Hello, everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome, yo sleepy asses, back to Die Party Surge, a weekly, count 'em, weekly role-playing experience for Shadowrun Anarchy, right here on the best Twitch channel since Twitch was... my dog is hungry, and he's growling at me because I have food. But yeah, hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a fucking hot minute. A sexy hot minute since we played this game. Oh, dog. Can you hear that, by the way, when he makes those sounds?
Yes. I heard that last one.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, just making sure that, I'm not like sitting here and no one can hear it. I'm just like, dog. Like...
Wait.
Definitely talking to his penis.
Yeah.
You have a dog?
I do, yes.
Are you sure?
100%.
All right.
But yeah, it's been a while since we played, mostly because we had to try and get the entire crew together in order to take down a megacorporation, and as it turns out, consenting adults generally have a hard time coming together.
I can come together. It's fine. It's fine.
I need a biscuit to help me.
Fucking wow. I don't want to know more about that, or do I? So let's go around, do a little introduction, see what everyone's been up to in the past couple of weeks. Let's start with Mr. Spooty, since you're the one who's next, other than you, June, who's not here. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
I'm gonna eat the sandwich while you talk.
I've been sucked into the world of Overwatch again. I'm learning how to play that on PC. I was actually really, really good at it on PS4. So I'm learning. I'm using Overwatch to teach me FPS games on mouse and keyboard. Now that I have joined the master race, I've also been doing a thing that I've just started 2 weekends ago. Last weekend I had to work my real fucking job, but I normally stream on the weekends, and I'm doing a segment called Spooty Learns to Play, and I am learning how to play competitive multiplayer online games that I've never played before. So the first one that I figured I'd start with is kind of like the biggest, which is StarCraft 2. So I'm working my way through the campaign first to kind of learn how the game works. And once I finish the campaign, I'm going to throw myself into the ladder and see what happens. I think it would be fun.
Your goal
Huh?
for all of those things should be, okay, attempt to get out of the basic bitch level.
Yeah, I just want to. My goal really though is even if I stay in basic bitch, that's like okay, that's where I am with this game. But the difference, I think, between what I'm doing and what most streamers do is that I am welcoming with open arms backseat gaming, and I know that might be a dangerous proposition.
How do you backseat game StarCraft?
I don't fucking know. Well, it's like you
Build
should
Zerg.
you should have
the Zerg.
you should have built 8 supply depots, and you're a fucking dumbass because you fucking put that building over there, and you're not farming this mineral, you dipshit. Whatever. I don't care. Like, I normally have like a max of 10 people watching me anyway, so it's not like I'm getting flooded with shit. So whatever. But I think the upside to allowing people and saying, hey, I welcome backseat gaming is it's a learning process, right? So there are people out there that know these games way better than I do. And if they're gonna watch and give me advice, I don't give a shit. I welcome that. That's how you learn.
Always good.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're not like being a fucking asshole about it,
Or stating complete obvious things.
Yeah, Hoodie Gamer, he knows what I'm talking about.
Daddy raid? Oh, Jesus.
That's right. It's a fucking daddy raid.
No.
Already.
Get out daddy's belt and fend off the raiders.
Went uber weird. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. A lot of Overwatch, and then on the weekends, I'm doing Spoody Learns to Play. And then if I get pissed off and want to rage quit, I'll hop into like an RPG or something and hang out. So
fuck yeah, Nino Cooney. Let's go.
I am fucking ready for that shit. God damn, I am ready for that shit. This Sunday, I'm playing that.
37 hours of tutorial. Let's go.
I am fucking ready. Give it to me in all your JRPG goodness.
Speaking about Japanese gamers, Eugene, what's up, man? How you doing?
I mean, I have fried cheese curds, so...
What the fuck is a cheese curd?
Okay,
Delicious.
so when they make cheese, right, there are leftover bits that aren't part of the block or the shape of cheese that you are like, hey, that's cheese. And these are generally the saltiest, tastiest bits of the cheese that they cut off. They're like cheese umbilical cords.
It's God's cheese.
It's the cheese of the chosen. And they're delicious.
Go on.
Outside of Wisconsin and Canada, they're not very well known. The Canadians put them on.
Wait, is that that squeaky cheese? You eat it, it's like
yes.
Okay, yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. So the Canadians, brilliant people, gravy, fries, cheese curds, poutine. Wonderful.
Talk poutine to me, Eugene. Talk poutine.
Oh yeah, going to Boston here in the not too distant, going to a place called Boston Sauce, getting some homemade gravy and fries and cheese and so good. However, locally speaking, there's a place that will take them God cheeses, batter them, and then deep fry them. So
God fucking damn it, America, stop.
Can't you leave good things alone?
No, don't stop. Keep going.
Listen, we're never going to figure out how exactly to kill each other very efficiently unless we deep fry everything. Listen, we're pushing
deep fried gun coming this way.
We are pushing the tastiness paradigm, and we won't let you hold us back. America, #1 in fast frying things. We're #1. We're #1.
I had a friend in America. I think we're still friends. Who went to an annual a frying festival, right?
Mm.
With the idea that they have a competition so you can fry the weirdest thing.
Otherwise known as a state fair.
Yeah.
He said he had a fried beer.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. I've not been lucky enough or blessed enough.
It's like deep snap frozen beer in a bowl, battered, dumped in oil for like 2 seconds.
Yep. So, flash fried Oreos are delicious.
Yes.
One that I saw is they take a pickle and they fry the pickle.
Okay,
fried pickles.
They take a hot dog, fry the hot dog, then put a pickle around it, then fry that, then put batter around that, corn dog batter, and fry it. It's a triple fried pickle corn dog.
Oh my God! I thought you were just going fried pickles.
No.
Now I need to go
Which
master.
are amazing in and
Bypass,
of
though,
themselves.
because with that recipe, that's the only appropriate name.
Sorry, what now?
The triple bypass.
I mean, this is America,
that's
where
already
we
a burger
have...
we have.
America. I shit you not. There is a restaurant chain called Heart Attack Burger that routinely has actual heart attacks happen at it, and it is now a tourist attraction. No,
I've seen that place.
It's it.
That's the one where if you don't eat all the food, they spank you, right?
Yeah.
What?
I'm not even fucking joking.
And no, listen. It's
We'll
like
take your money and we'll sexually assault you at the same time.
The home restaurant, I think, is in Vegas.
it is.
I think if you go and you weigh more than like 300 pounds, you eat for free or something like that.
Actually,
Like,
I think
if
I
you weigh
remember walking
a
past this
certain
place.
amount, you eat for free. But it's like ridiculous. It's like 300-400 pounds. They're like, yeah, come on, fatty, come on. Go on.
Come on, fatty.
People routinely have heart attacks at this restaurant.
You need a heart attack grill?
Yes.
Oh
And-
yeah. See,
she
Wipey nose.
just comes screaming in. It's like, you guys talking about that heart attack grill?
But it's not like any other place. You're like, that place routinely kills people with their food. You would never go there. You wouldn't go to a Chinese restaurant that's like, yeah, routinely people get dysentery and die. Like, you wouldn't go.
No, there's a Chinese place in London somewhere, and the waiters give you abuse throughout your entire meal, and they make you go upstairs for no apparent reason, and people like it because it's just refreshing that they're just constantly insulting you and making your meal really awkward to eat, and it's just like funny rather than it's not embarrassing, it's just funny.
Whatever happened is just having a nice fucking meal.
Well, you can go anywhere else, can't you?
Yeah.
Surely. There's loads
Go
of
to
places you can go
McDonald's
to.
and
Anywho, hi, I'm Eugene. Pleasure to be here. I, starting to get back to streaming, but let's not talk about that. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to playing the game and maybe dying. Maybe not. I mean, but also probably dying.
Yep.
Megacorps are they're friendly. So friendly. It's Walmart with a party hat. Don't worry about it.
So we'll get more into that in just a little bit, but Ladane, aka James Corp. So, my man, what have you been up to?
Not sleeping much. I think I've slept 3 hours since last night. I think 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, I'm exhausted right now.
beautiful, though.
Oh, thanks.
Can I
Because
just
don't
say,
like garbage.
I have this innate sense that I always need to one-up a motherfucker when we talk about sleep. But then I'm thinking to myself, why do I need to do that? No. We're both struggling here. I'm eating a fucking piece of chocolate and coffee to wake up. And
coffee.
Yeah, and we're brothers in arms. We shouldn't be competing, James. We are brothers in arms, you and me. 100%. Anywho, please continue.
Yeah, we went out for a meal at a local pub today. That's about it. I had my brother's in from St. Lucia, so we're having to see him as well. There's all the other chaos that's going on in the life at the moment. But yeah, other than that, I really haven't streamed this week at all. I've taken a week off streaming, so
Yeah.
just because of personal reasons.
All right. What did you get at the pub? Since we're talking about fucking food.
Oh fuck! What did I have? Oh, steak and ale pie.
Wait, steak and a
Did
pie?
you say steak and
Steak.
pie?
Steak and ale, as in like beer pie.
Oh, okay. Just I could like. Okay, so what is the most generic British pub food?
That's one of them.
If TV has taught me anything, it's fish and chips.
What? No, that's more.
Not at the pub. Not at the
Fish and chips from a pub isn't really. I mean, they do sell like most pubs do sell like fish and chips, but
I didn't
It's
say
not
it was
like-
correct. I
it's
said
not
that's
like-
what TV has taught me.
What
it's
about
not as good as going to like a
pasty?
proper chip shop.
Pasty?
Pasty?
What the fuck,
Yeah,
man? Pasty's like a corner store food.
Is it? They
Yeah.
don't do that in pubs?
Yeah, you know
Not
how
really.
Americans have hot dogs on the corner? We have pasties on the corner, okay?
Alright.
Fucker.
You're
Um,
Fuck you.
You're Australian living in Poland. You can't talk about what they have in the UK. You're not talking about all of Europe.
Yeah, yeah, I just wanted to know because in Australia it's parmesans, palmies, chicken palmies,
I don't know what that is.
schnitzel
What, pasties?
with shit on top of it.
What's a schnitzel?
Fucking breaded chicken.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's chicken
Or pork.
breaded, fried with cheese and marinara sauce on top of pasta.
And ham.
Oh, that's a
Slice of ham.
parm, yeah.
Yeah, it's a chicken
A
parm.
schnitzel is usually like pork, right?
No, schnitzel is just a way. It's a lifestyle.
And a white sauce. White sauce.
It's a way of life.
All right then. Speaking about the homeland, Doc.
And white sauce.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
How's that white sauce of yours,
Game
mate?
is this again?
What's that?
What are we doing? What game is this again? What are we doing?
Shadowrun. But
Oh, yeah.
food. We're just talking about food.
We're just gonna talk about food for 4 hours.
I mean, it's coffee. That's my food is coffee. I live off it.
Amen, sister.
I have a big mug for a reason.
Yep. So do you have a coffee machine or are you an instant motherfucker?
I have both, but I usually just drink the instant stuff because the coffee machine, it's like it spits out enough to fill a normal size mug. So I've got to do like 3 to fill my mug.
Yeah, we've got a machine that's just like, you just say when, and it's good.
You gotta get you that French. You gotta get you that French press, Doc.
I've
Get
got
that
this
French
thing.
press.
I've got this thing. It's like a kettle because it's a kettle, and I fill it with water, and I put it on the electric thing, and I push the button, and then I get some instant coffee out of the pot. And put it in
You
my
have to
cup.
sit there tapping your feet, waiting for the whistle, and like, ooh, it's ready. I can make my instant
No,
coffee.
there's no rattle. There's no
fucking
whistle. It's an
coffee
electric
here.
kettle. There's no whistle. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no, electric kettle is amazing. But you get yourself a French press, you get a grinder, grind those fresh beans up, put them in the bottom of a French press, cover with hot water, wait 4 minutes, plunge it down, pour it in the cup. Best coffee you'll ever have.
I have a machine that does
I
that. for me.
have
That's
a
waiting
problem.
4 minutes though. 4 minutes.
I
Who's
keep
got 4
refilling
minutes?
it.
Oh, fucking
I'll-
4 minutes. Yeah. You'll fucking be dead in 4 minutes if you don't do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
See, I think Doc is a man after my own heart. If we could have it our way, it'd be a drip. And you'd just be like, all right, sweet. Woke up in the morning, I got 2 liters of piping hot coffee ready to go. And then you
At
just drink
one
it.
point, I did have a coffee machine on my desk next to my computer. Like, it's pretty bad. I can't stop drinking it.
Well,
I would say essential, but I'll fight them off.
you're the easiest man in the world to get gifts for. That's it. You just get you beans or something
Yeah.
like that. Easy. Easy. Speaking about easy, let's talk about our final player, Mr. Pridelaw. What up, sir? The easiest
Yo.
man I know.
Kind of went over this yesterday on the other show, but yeah, I've been playing Paladins, and I've been playing some Far Cry.
Fuck yeah, man.
And like I said, that was my first Far Cry, and I'm absolutely loving it. I want to play more of it.
You know,
right now.
it's kind of funny because before that game came out, everyone was just like losing, and I mean collectively losing their fucking minds over how like the game had microtransactions in it. And then the game comes out, and everyone's like, "We're just gonna forget that we shit in the pool a little bit there. It's fine."
Yeah.
So
Like-
Far Cry 5 is fine, but Prowler, what shitty food are you eating right now?
Yeah, go on, give us an idea.
I'm actually not eating any shitty food because I've been on a diet.
Come on, what's the food that you're eating, and we'll make fun of you.
It's just steak and vegetables, man. It's pretty much what it is. Meat and veg. It's nothing.
You asparagus
Nothing to
eating
make
motherfucker, or you're a lettuce
damn
eating
it, you
motherfucker?
ruined it.
I'll eat everything.
So, Prylar, serious question. When you eat asparagus, does it make your pee smell funny?
Yes.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
I
Apparently
gotta.
There's a science to that, and apparently some people can smell the asparagus pea, but don't get the asparagus pea. Some people get the asparagus pea but can't smell the asparagus pea. Some get both, and some get neither. And it's all about how your body processes a specific chemical inside the asparagus.
That's like when you eat beets. Some people can see it
What the
in
fuck
other-
are you talking about?
other
for
ways,
fuck's
and
sake?
sometimes it.
He is right though. I've seen the study. That
Yeah.
it only affects some.
No,
people.
I heard it. I heard that recently as well.
Wow. All right,
Sounds like a load of piss to me.
got him.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Yeah, we're talking about pee. Yeah. Anyway,
You're in
you're right.
good company here.
I have one final question for the collective horde of dudes that I have in front of me. How do you have any of you guys done sous vide?
Sorry?
I know what
Yes.
it is, but I have not done it.
I'm sorry, what now?
And what?
Sous vide.
Sous
It's basically you put a steak with some spices in a bag, and you put it in. You submerge it in water, and then you use a machine to regulate the temperature to perfectly
Yeah,
Puts
cook
it
the
at
meat.
like the perfect
To
temperature.
slow cook it in water.
Yeah.
That is a
No,
good way to start off any steak.
It's so you have a thing. It's like a heating element that you clip to the side of the pot. I have one. Clip the side of the pot, and you set it for the temperature that you want the food to be when it's finished. So a medium rare steak, you set it for like 125, and you cook it for like an hour. The steak, but you have to do it in a vacuum sealed bag. Like you don't want any air in a bag. So you put like maybe some fresh herbs and maybe some butter, salt, pepper, whatever in the bag. Cook it for an hour. But if it's a steak, it's obviously not searing, right? So you cook it to about 120, 125, so a little below medium rare. Then you take it out, and then you sear it once it's cooked. And the idea is, and I'm kind of a believer of this, that the steak that you get is like juicier than if you just seared it in a pan or cooked it on a grill or something like that.
Because I have a
It's
question.
fucking delicious.
I have a question
Okay.
for you. Can you use garbage meat to do this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can cook anything sous vide.
And does the garbage meat become better?
Yeah. It's definitely juicier.
Right, because
not dry.
Poland is king of garbage steaks.
Yeah.
So you can't like going to a butcher's one thing, but they mostly turn their a lot of meats into kielbasa and stuff. Like they turn
Right.
a lot of the
grind
good
it.
stuff into other stuff. Kind of like how Americans turn it into patty meat a lot of the time.
You can get a sous vide thing for between $75 to $150 American.
Yeah, no, I'm considering getting one because I really want to give that a go.
But you also want to get a vacuum sealer. Like you don't want to you could technically put it in a Ziploc bag and push all the air out, but you really do want to get like a vacuum sealer thing as well.
Because the more air, the more temperature variance.
Exactly.
Okay. That's interesting.
Can I make a slight suggestion?
You may.
No.
Maybe move somewhere with better steak.
Yeah, I mean, I might be moving to Warsaw soon, but we'll see how we go with that. But, yeah. Anywho, James, have you fucking finished yet?
Me? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been finished for ages. What do you mean
Fucking
finished?
Your character.
We've been stalling.
Nearly. Oh, are you still? Just keep stalling. I'm working on it. I'm getting closer. I've got like.
And here you are making pee jokes like you're done.
No, I'm just.
They just assumed we were being normal dumb, not
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
intentional
just
dumb.
thought you was doing. Yeah, I just thought you was doing your normal shit. Talking about a load of
fairness.
bollocks.
I also thought we were just being normally dumb. So
Now you put me
okay,
on the
so
fucking spot. Now.
I will say this.
Bastards.
I don't know if this happens to the rest of you, but if you ever go out to a restaurant or to a friend's house and they happen to be very good at making a specific kind of food, the next time you eat that food, even if you really like it, you then get instantly disappointed that it's not as good as the last thing you had.
Oh well, sure.
Yeah, maybe, but I just want a decent way to turn the shitty meat that we get into something.
I mean,
better.
if it's sizable enough, why don't you just braise it? Like Braised steak and onions, fucking amazing. Doesn't matter what meat you use. It's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
only way I'll eat kangaroo is if you braise it, because otherwise.
Yeah, because
chewy
it's
and shit.
poor man's beef. It tastes like fucking
Yeah,
overworked.
but
Fucking.
if you braise it, you could fucking cook an old rubber boot. And it'll still taste-
That's an oven thing, right?
I like to pan
Yeah.
sear and then finish in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you braise it, you pan sear it, and then you put it into enough water to completely cover the meat
Mm-hmm.
with onion, mushrooms in it, and you put it in and let it cook for the rest of the day, basically.
What's
Like,
better than water though is some sort of stock, like a beef stock.
Yeah, like a beef
Yeah.
stock.
And then you use that water to make the gravy that you serve it with, because it's been
Right.
sitting in
The
stewing
jus.
in the.
Maybe
That's
maybe
what's
some
really good.
wine, a little bit of wine.
Whatever
I
you
should
wanna
try
do.
that. You need like a
It's
slow
good.
cooker
It's
for that,
good.
right?
Any shit meat, good meat.
That's a
I
slow
was a
cooker.
chef
Right?
for like 2
It's
years.
a fucking
So.
cooking stream.
Yeah, man.
Is it?
Cooking.
They're
turn it in.
padding. They're padding. If you can't tell, they're padding because of me.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what has always thrown me off?
Horses.
Wine reductions. Like they're always served with steaks. At least very
Well,
common served with steaks.
The,
Mushroom
the
sauce with a
reason-
wine reduction.
the reason you have a wine reduction with something like a steak is because a reduction sauce, what you're doing is you are intensifying the flavor of whatever you're using or whatever you're reducing. So you need something big and strong to stand up against that. So like if you do like a red wine reduction sauce and put it on fucking chicken that
Yeah,
basically has no flavor, all you're going to taste is sauce, right?
Yeah.
So you need to have something that stands up to that. Duck works really well for a reduction sauce. Steak works really well for a reduction sauce. Bison works really well for reduction.
Right.
Wild boar works really well.
You should just come over to my house and cook for me, Spoody.
Yeah,
Like,
the
seriously.
only time I've had a wine reduction where I went, this adds to the meal instead of just is a distraction to it, was I had venison cutlets.
Yeah,
Venison cutlets with carrot and cauliflower with a red wine reduction.
that sounds amazing.
Nice. Fucking, I just put things in a pan.
And I
I
also
just
highly
open the
recommend.
can and microwave it. That's good.
You
It's
microwave the can. This is like
fine. It just heats it up quicker.
I highly recommend getting into cast iron cookware because cast iron cookware is fucking incredible.
Have two of them.
Oh, and
Yes.
if you're going to move into a house that doesn't have a gas stove, don't.
No, that's bullshit because you can use it on electric, you can use it on induction, you can use
I
it on a
fucking
glass
hate
top.
electric stoves.
But here's the thing, though, with cast iron, if you're not using gas on any of those other cooktops, you never want to go more than a medium heat.
Yeah, because you'll overheat.
Because the cast iron pan will actually overheat. So if you keep it at about a medium, then you have to preheat the pan. So like if you're going to cook a steak, and let's say you got an electric cooktop, you take your cast iron pan, put it on the cooktop, turn to medium. Now you take your steak out, let it kind of come to room temperature. The whole time that pan's preheating. I guarantee you, by the time you throw that steak in that cast iron pan to cook that steak, it is going to sear the shit out of it, and it is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, big thing about steak. Make sure you let your meat rest, god damn it.
All right, enough of this shit.
Before and after.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Enough of this shit, boys. Let's fucking do a wind up real quick. Talk about what we did last time we played. So, if you remember correctly, ladies and gentlemen, our team failed a bunch of times to try and kill a man. Mr. Johnson, in fact. Said Mr. Johnson was a target by process of being hired by another Mr. Johnson for having his corporation hit and have his NERP stolen from under him. They were tasked with going to a place where they were currently doing a drop-off, find the Mr. Johnson and, shoot him up. They decided to follow the wrong people because they weren't sure which one would lead to the Mr. Johnson. They ended up following some Shadowrunners who then ended up having a bag of money who ended up being more trouble than they're worth. They did manage to find out sort of like a Otacon type character to one of them. He ended up managing to get away before they managed to drive fast enough. They got caught in traffic to find him. So without any particular leads, they need to set up a way for them to be noticed by Mr. Johnson. And the first thing that came to mind was, yo, why don't we rob a megacorporation and then he can come to us when he wants new nerfs? So that's where we're at.
Technically, we're going to steal his next job because remember he does dead drops for the job, and we're going to steal that and actually do the run for him. So we're not just going to randomly rob some dude. We're going to do a job for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's easier for him to buy it. Well, technically speaking, the way that it worked was the previous group, the Shadowrunners that you ran into, they were they were hitting places and taking nerfs, and he was a buyer, a vendor for that stuff. So technically, he's not sending people out on jobs, but he is purchasing the scores off of them. So he basically gives an incentive for people to rob, essentially his competition, right? And that's his entire thing. So that's where we left off last time. However,
was it the dude that was just killing them that was getting jobs? There was one where he was getting dead drops and he was going to the job, but he was double dipping. He was stealing the nerfs and killing the CEO.
Yeah, that was one of the Shadowrunners. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're.
The dead drops were to kill the CEO. I believe the nerfs.
And he was just stealing the nerf while he was there. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew one of them there was a dead drop involved.
Yeah. So one of the so the Shadowrunner that you killed, I forget his fucking name. He had some stupid name.
Got stabbed in the face, McGee.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Anywho, as I said, he was his main role was to do a run on a corp and wet work a motherfucker, the CEO. And that's generally what he would do. But he would also, pilfer some things while there and double dip on the run, as you're supposed to do. So, you're basically assimilating his runs, and you're going to keep that up in order to draw out this Mr. Johnson. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to offer you so. The dead drop that you had, right? I can't remember if you read it or not, but we're going to assume that you're going to read it now. In it, there is a hit for a chairman, Zhu Sheng of the Pacific Prosperity Group. And that's the corporation that is the intended hit for this Shadowrunner that you have. Or that you're, assimilating his run, basically. So, where did you guys want to go from there? That's the information that you have right now.
Well, we would probably go do some preliminary research.
Yep.
Like find out where the place is, find out who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
Recon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some general recon. Figure out a way into the building.
Sure. Well, there's plenty of ways in. And in fact, if we want, we can have James's new character, because James has expressed interest in starting a new runner, which I'm fully on board with if he wants to do that. Out of everyone here, his character has the most reason to stop living the life of a Shadowrunner and move on. So, James, did you want to be maybe potentially a inside man within this megacorp, and these dudes drag you into the life?
Well, I'd assume he's already a Shadowrunner, or at least want want to be Shadowrunner.
Maybe
In fact, he's quite armed
maybe
to the
you could
teeth.
work at this company, and you're looking for a way in, and we're looking for someone that can get us an inside man. So you could be that inside man on the condition that we take you with us when we're done.
If we do that, because there is a fucking negative thing, isn't there, for that?
You mean having a sin?
A sin corporate characters, a corporate, maybe.
Well, it's not a negative thing. Remember, it's not a negative thing in this game. It's mostly just like a narrative stepping stone that your character has. But yes, you are correct. There is a thing for it. I think it's called. Was it equality, or is it something like that? Negative. No. What was it called exactly? There was something in here.
It's
Negative quality. Page
corporate. The
205.
Citizen, their data is available through the Global Sin Registry.
Yeah.
Page 205.
Well, I've already sort of picked my negative thing.
But yeah, that would be one way for you guys to narratively have a leg up on this corp, and a decent starting point. And from there, we don't even have to plan. You guys can just sort of roll in there, through the back door, essentially.
Back door, yeah.
Yeah. But that's one way of handling it. If James wants to do something else, we can do something else. It's up to you, though.
Is there rules in like dual wielding two guns? Is there rules for that? I know there's rules for like using two melee weapons for ambidextrous, but it's not really designed for like shooting two weapons at the same. Yeah.
I mean, like the way that it works with two weapons, if I remember correctly, is that you just get bonus dice, right? So,
okay.
James's new character will be dual wielding bazookas.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking stupid.
Why not? Shadowrun's a perfect place to be.
I'm dual wielding two nuclear warheads, for fuck's sake. I'm known as nuclear war. I'm known as
Don't make me smoosh them together, because I will.
You're known as
James
mutually assured
Doomfist.
destruction. MAD for short.
James Doomfist UK.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's your new character. It's your new character. We just made it for you. So what is your new character called?
I haven't got a name yet. I'm just finishing up. I need to pick certain other things as well. I've got 3 weapons.
Yeah.
So I took more where that came from. It's all. I just need to transfer it over. I just need to look into like.
You should only have one weapon at this level, right?
Well, no, because you can take a amp that gives you 2 additional weapons.
All right. Okay. That's fair. I'd believe that.
Which I did. So level 2 amp.
Right.
Just give me a sec. I'll be with you in a moment. I'm just trying to figure out all the little bits that I need to.
All right. Well, let me tell you about what you find out about this mega corporation and your cursory like internet searches and all that sort of shit. So the Pacific Prosperity Group, or PPG, is an organization of corporations based on the Pacific Ocean shores, Asia and North and South America, UCAS, and the ANSA technology has been trying to enter the PPG for a few years now. The Pacific Prosperity Group was founded in 2059, which is like 20 years prior to where we are right now. And it's by several East Asian corporations to combat the massive clout that Japanese megacorporations held over them for so long. So they're like a collaboration of smaller businesses in order to strike back at the megacorps, and ended up becoming the thing they hated the most. So the background of the group is a Malaysian independent bank. It operates as a coalition body, roughly similar to NATO or OPEC. Any Pacific Rim corporation may petition for membership and equal representation on the board. Benefits of the membership include favored trade status, special rates for the Malaysian independent banks, and united front against the Japan Corps.
Good. Pissing these guys off won't hurt us at all.
No, not at all. But the
I'm
problem
sure it'll
is
be fine.
the reason. But the thing is, you have theoretically a lot of corporations that you can potentially steal the NERPs from. But the man in charge, the current chairman, Sheng, is he's a negotiator, and he happens to be in Detroit. Sorry, Denver. Sorry, this is Denver, not Detroit. On a basically a hand-waving visit to show the local board members here that he has their support, that he gives them their the corporation's full support. So
Shaking babies, kissing hands.
yeah, basically, theoretically, anything that you want in terms of which corporations you want to hit specifically, we can go in and find this dude. You just have to get your timing right.
I mean, we're hoping for NERPs.
Yep.
Do we know about any of the NERPs that have gotten stolen previously?
Aside from the nerfs, no, you wouldn't, because the guy that had that information managed to get away from you.
Well,
However,
I mean, we let one guy go and we murdered the other one, and then one guy escaped.
yes, I mean the guy that escaped was the one that held all the missing pieces of information that you needed.
So you guys want to look for sciencey NERPs, military type NERPs?
Entertainment NERPs would probably be the thing that you find the most.
Yeah, I don't think the NERP itself really matters. Like, we don't even really like it's.
So
we don't even really need the NERP. We just need them to think we have one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should probably take the NERP anyway, because why not?
It's money. It's money.
Yeah.
Right?
So do we just want to, with the inside man's help, figure out where this guy's going to be, wherever he happens to be? We'll do a smash and grab while we're murdering the crap out of this guy.
I mean, that sounds fun to me.
Yeah,
that sounds like a proper Shadowrun.
that sounds like a proper Shadowrun.
We are now practiced at smash and grabs. We have robbed one strip mall, and a museum.
Jewelry store. We robbed the jewelry store. We robbed the pawn shop.
Strip mall.
I killed the
The
rock.
pawn shop was a different one as well.
I killed the rock.
In a pawn shop. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and yeah,
Less than
Firebelly
took him
murdered
down.
Dwayne the
When
Rock
he was-
Johnson, next president of the United States of America.
That's right.
I forgot about that shit.
You forgot about him murdering.
He
Dwayne
was
The
a
Rock
threat.
No, I forgot about The Rock wanting to be the next president.
Well, shit,
Yeah.
dude. At this point, anybody can now.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go for
the doors have been
rival.
opened, right? So,
I'm a president, and you can too.
yep. Anywho, so James,
I'm a you can, and you can president.
what's your thoughts,
Yeah.
man? Would you like to be a inside man for this job, or what's the deal?
Well, what would you prefer me to be? What would be the best way to roll in this character? Would inside job make it easier?
Considerably.
He's a bored security guard. Fuck me. He's absolutely bored. He lives alone. He doesn't have time to go out.
I tell you what.
meet ladies.
In terms of your knowledge, what did you have for that?
Knowledge.
Yeah, because you get a free knowledge in this game. Remember?
I haven't picked a knowledge
So
yet.
how about you pick something like, do you want to be a Shadowrunner
Corporate
otaku or
security.
something like that?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you
Do
said.
you want to be a Shadowrunner otaku?
What does that mean?
That you have
You're a fanboy.
you're a fanboy of Shadowrunners and all that shit?
Some kind of weeb shit, man. Don't do it.
No, it's not weeb. It's
No.
just the
he-
term otaku
He
generally
refers
means
to
that,
not a Shadowrunner, but is obsessed with them and wants to be one.
yeah. Like, would you like something like that? So anytime someone comes up with, because these guys are all basic bit Shadowrunners as well. You having knowledge of what a Shadowrunner is supposed to do in this instance would definitely be a knowledge trait.
You'd be like, 4 years ago, Silver
Yeah.
Bullet on our job against a mega
That's a good
corporation.
name.
He broke in.
Silver bullet.
Yo, who's that guy that we convinced again to come back into it?
Oh, yeah, he's with
Ned.
you guys.
Is it Ned?
Yeah, he had the kids and shit.
Because I was gonna say if he does,
His name is Brant Gator Former. Remember, because he uses all like
Yes,
the leg
Brant.
traps and shit. Yeah, so
he I would say that James' character, you know, if he has those books, he'd be in there somewhere. As
Oh yeah,
like
he
a-
definitely knows Brant.
Yeah.
Your job back in '64.
Look, I was making a
work of
badass,
art.
right? For fuck's sake. Not. Almost done as well. I just need to what? I need
so
to pick...
yeah. So what would you like your
Call it-
knowledge to
no.
be then, if that's going to be the case? Like maybe corporate security.
Yeah, we'll go with. Is that not? Yeah, we'll go with corporate.
I mean, if you're a security guard, you'd know your job, assumedly.
Maybe.
I mean, you any of us know our jobs. I mean, really?
That's a
you
knowledge skill, though,
assume
isn't it?
much. So you want to be called Silver Bullet? Is that what you'd like?
Oh my god. So James, Silver Bullet in the United States is the tagline for a really piss water beer. Just so you know.
Hey man.
Coors Light, the Silver Bullet.
Actually, that's a really good. Yeah, let's change back to whatever nodded Shadowrun, and yeah, he's called Silver Bullet, and he has no fucking idea. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, he's just got no fucking idea.
So that's what you're doing then? All right, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love how Spooty has the ability to make people just go along with his bullshit. That's
Well, no, he
But
just
that was
suggested
more of
it,
a
and
warning.
He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, it means this," and I was like, "That
right.
actually that could fit in." He thinks he's a badass, but he's not a badass.
oh yeah,
So
100%.
that's-
So are you
Well,
go-
Well, he is
beautiful.
actually. He is a badass, but perhaps he come. Oh, hello! I'm a bit of a nerd.
Yeah, he's got skill, but you know he's still excited to be a Shadowrunner.
He used to wear like really thick glasses until he got cyber replaced eyes. Like he used to have like you know where the kids that they
bottle glasses? You
Wait.
mean?
yeah
Yeah. Okay. So
really thick ones, but he doesn't wear them now.
So I'm just gonna throw you boys in this because there's no point you sitting around umming and ahhing about this shit. We gotta run a fucking
Dogs with smoke grenades.
we gotta run a shadow right now.
Yes.
So
We got a
Common
Silver
bed.
Bullet to catch.
we open up on tonight's story with Silver Bullet, who only referred to himself as Silver Bullet. And all of the handling. Who was the one that did the handling? Let's just who was the handler of Silver Bullet?
Lurdane.
Wait, was it Silver
Am I
Bullet?
going to
or
have to role
the-
play with myself?
I don't know. I'd prefer to be one of the otother guys if it's possible.
Then Firebelly. 100% Firebelly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Firebelly knew a friend who knew a friend who knew a friend who knew a guy who worked in the PPC, PPG, sorry, who was on the board of security, basically, as a middleman between a man who wouldn't let him go higher in the ranks, and who had no aspirations to go any lower and start somewhere else.
Right.
And he was stuck. He was stuck in this middle corporation. Now, your friend, he didn't say anything other than just call him Silver Bullet.
Right.
Trust me, you'll get a lot better work out of him if you just go along with him. Don't worry about it. So we open up the scene right now of you guys coming into the Polynesian Fuels Denver charter. And Silver Bullet is opening a back door for you blokes right now. So that's where we start. Right in the middle of the shit. Let's go, boys.
Are you the one they call a Silver Bullet?
Oh god, I've got to come up with a fucking voice now. Shit.
Hi, that's me.
Yeah, I was going.
Bullet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will
he's got.
act
He's
with
got.
James.
He's got.
if I may suggest, Silver Bullet has an affected voice that is not the actual voice of Silver Bullet.
Oh shit! Yeah. He's
So
also
he's
got,
got
a
his
cocktail. He's
silver
got a
bullet
cocktail stick in
over
his
his
mouth that
Mm.
he rolls around his mouth. He's wearing like mirror shades as well.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
He's got like
Slick back his
they're called
hair.
aviators.
Yeah.
Yeah, slick back hair, aviators.
What do
on
you?
his
What?
eyes.
What type of? Did you put on like a cologne or something? Like, because I imagine you're getting
Old
like
Spice.
all like you got
Old
spruce.
Spice.
This is like, imagine you got spruced up for a date, but you're here to do
Fucking brilliant.
Shadowrun, and I love it. Yeah. So you open the door to a strong scent
Suited
of
and
Old
booted.
Spice.
He's got like a tie. He's well dressed.
Fuck yeah, dude. This character's great. I love it already. All right.
I look at Silver Bolt and I say, I heard you. Thanks for letting us in the back door.
No problem.
James is now going to smoke 17 cigarettes an episode to keep the voice going.
Right?
Go on. So all of you sneak in, and
Hold on, can I ask Old Spice if he knows of anything that we need to be aware of or that we have to look out for?
Silver Bullet, you mean?
Or I mean, what did I call him?
Old Spice.
God damn.
changing his name right now. Old
He's
Spice.
also known as Old Spice. He's got two street names. He's got two. He's not happy with one. To the ladies, he's known as Old Spice.
Just like keeps picking a different street name as he thinks of cool ones.
He's like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go by Old Spice now.
Damn, that's a pretty cool name.
Does Silver Bullet know anything about the building that we're breaking into, or is he solely opening the door?
Hey, I just work here.
Right.
I don't know. Do I know?
So
anything?
basically, he's disabled the exterior security. Well, you guys are hitting this place at nighttime. There are patrolled guards and stuff like that, and he's up at a high enough level that he sort of, told everyone to go take a nap, take a rest. Go have a smoke break where you guys snuck in past the automated sentry cameras and stuff like that, and he basically got you into the place. Like you're gonna have problems getting out. But you got in, right? You got in. Now there's all that would be left inside is CCTV, and like locked doors and people, right? There's not like
Right. But we don't. What I guess what I'm trying to suss out is we don't really have an idea of where the fuck we're going.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you need if you're going for NERPs, R&D department is generally the place to go.
I reckon he was sacked. I reckon he was sacked from his position, but no one knows yet. Well, no one in the.
Maybe he's found out he's getting sacked or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You read an email or something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's getting sacked because he's a bit weird. He's had a few complaints from for his.
Yeah, they keep making me call him Silver Bullet, and he uses way too much deodorant.
He's met with HR 18 times in the last 3 weeks.
God, all I'm thinking about. I'm sorry, James, but your character in my mind is those people that try to emulate Ryan Gosling from Drive.
Oh, okay. I had more like Simon Pegg when he in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, that works
Back.
too,
Oh,
actually.
shit.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Like someone will ask you a question, and you'll be leaning back in the chair with your glasses on, with a toothpick in your mouth, and you wait like 2 minutes before you answer. You're like, yeah, it's like, oh, this guy's a pain in the ass to deal with. Let's just get rid of him. Like, okay, cool. So you guys are in. Or like this man has helped you get past a lot of the security. So there's just patrols, a couple of patrols inside.
And not only has he let us in, but he's also taught us a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And gotten us security uniforms. And badges.
Sure, if that's what you want. I'd love to see.
Yeah.
I'd love to try and have you guys talk your way out of the fact that there's Anglo-Saxon employees.
They're security guard uniforms, but brought from a fancy dress shop.
I didn't have anything in troll,
Like
so I got
fucking
you something from
ruffled ruffled shirts underneath, like fucking
Plastic. Plastic badges.
No, you know what it is. Everyone's fine except
It's
for
still
the.
got the
Like
tags
a
on
bad
the-
Prince movie.
No.
And
Everyone's fine.
security's misspelt.
No. The only people that have that is the troll and the dwarf because they don't employ those sorts.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Everyone else fits fine into their uniforms from here, but it's the troll and it's the dwarf that have the fake children security guard outfits.
So like my clothes, like the arms go like way.
No. It fits
It's a
you.
children's size.
It
It's
fits
Oh,
you,
okay.
but it's from a fucking costume shop because they didn't have a dwarf size here.
Like babies are us. Gotcha.
Because they don't hire dwarves or trolls. So
That's fair. That's fair. Racism is cool.
yeah, no, it has to be. It's Shadowrun. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's happening right now.
How many queues do we have?
3?
Yeah,
Three.
3 queues. Yeah.
So
And that goes in plot directive, doesn't it? Is that
Yep.
where it goes?
Yep.
It's a bit weird why they haven't got a fucking space for queues, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
what they are. They're your
Bullet. Do you know where? Oh, his name was like Shu Shang, something like that.
Zhu Sheng. Yeah. TZU Sheng. Yeah.
Zhu Shang is right now.
2 minutes. Yeah.
God, we've got a
have
slow
we done?
talking orc.
What
We've
have
got
we
a man
done?
who waits 2 minutes before replying.
Amazing.
We've got a weeb fucking
Oh,
troll. And we've got a
right.
clown
It's-
dwarf.
Is that a queue?
Like-
Is that a queue? Like
Good.
dramatic pause?
Yes, okay, fine. But here's the
Good.
thing. I'll only give you plot points for it if it causes you problems, right? Like, I just want to state that. But dramatic pause is fan-fucking-tastic. I love it.
Can you take us to him? This is going to take a very long time, everybody in chat.
Do I need to wait 2 minutes in game? I'll put a time on if you want.
No, I tell you, no, you don't have to wait. But here's the thing, right? Whenever you want to get a plot point, if you say GM, I do a dramatic pause right now, right? Kind of like how Mouse I can fix that. Like he can use it when he wants. Like you don't have to have it in every single conversation, right? But let's say the enemy is like, so what do you say before I kill you? Any final words? And you just do a dramatic pause. I'll be like, oh, dude, okay, there you go. There's a plot point, you know, like, so think of the moments when it works best, you know, like, that way we don't have to fucking wait.
All right, cool.
dead
Okay,
silence.
yeah, all right. So he goes, do I know where he is?
There's higher, so basically this place is broken up. So this is a manufacturing place where they manufacture, actual, oil-based products. Right, so we're talking like plastics, we're talking like fuel, we're talking like basically stuff like that. And the R&D department of this place, they do a lot of like weird stuff with the oils that they get. So there is like a processing facility, which is basically just like raw materials being turned into other raw materials, and that's in a different compound, which is a part of the area that you're in. There is a board region, specifically like people who want to do business and that sort of shit. But then there's also the R&D department, which is where you guys are right now. So think of this as like a multi-story level building where R&D is on the bottom, like in the basement, and the board offices, the executive suites and all that sort of stuff are up top. So if he's going to be anywhere, it would be up top. But you could also go to places and search for him as well. So
Is are queues like things that I do? So if I shoot first and ask questions later, is that a queue?
sure, but that would only ever come up. Like, remember, so the plot directives here, they're only ever good if you cause problems with them, or like let's say someone is interrogating someone and I think of that as a shoot first, ask questions later. It's like, Kindergarten Cop when Arnold Schwarzenegger says freeze to everyone after they've already been killed.
Yeah.
It's a lot like that, right? So that's a stipulation I'd put on that. Like, let's say in order to be cool, to be the cool Shadowrunner, you execute what you believe a Shadowrunner would do, which is shoot first, ask questions later. And whenever that means you lose, something out of the equation by not following through with, talking to people or interrogating them, then you'd get a plot point for that. So whenever you bust into a room and there's like, oh shit, and you have an opportunity to do something else other than combat, if you initiate combat, then I'll give you a plot point.
So would an example be if we get this CEO dude and we've got him hostage and we're asking him where the NERPS is, and then he shows up and just shoots him in the face?
Also, yes, but also imagine he's like, I'll give you whatever you want, and then he just like, bam, and you shoot him in the face, right? Like, that's another example of shoot first, ask questions later. Like, whenever you remove the negotiation tactic from the equation is when I would assume that you'd get a plot point. Yeah. Both of those are really good, by the way. Very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Thematic? Yeah. So that's sort of the layout right now. So your two objectives that you have right now, or three, I guess, is one, make money somehow. So maybe there's like insider secrets that you can find, or blackmail, or something like that. Second one is secure the NERPs, which is somewhere in the R&D facility. And the third is to put a bullet between the CEO's eyes, or kidnap him, or whatever.
I mean, we're in the R&D portion now, so
you're like in between, right? There's like you're in the lower board run right now. The R&D facility is like in the basement section.
So do we want to hit the R&D first or the executive first? Probably
I think
R&D, right?
Yeah, I
Probably
would say
the
if we
I
go,
don't think R&D.
yeah, if we go R&D first and we get what we can out of that, it may even help us at the executive level, right?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, the NERPS is unlikely to help us in combat.
So
but
the thing that's worth pointing out here is, let's say you trip an alarm getting the NERPs. There's a chance that the CEO might bail, right? But ultimately, what you need to drag the man out is for this to look like an attempt on the man's life, right? So if that's the case, then you can do some things to make it look like that, even if he gets away. The second thing is you need the NERPs in order to make the trade with the Mr. Johnson. So that's an important factor of whatever the actual job that you're trying to do. The third is that if you make an attempt on this man's life, it might make the NERPs harder to get. Like, you'll have to fight down to the NERPs, right? So whatever way you go, you're probably going to run into problems if you fuck it up. So
Let's just not fuck it up then, guys. How does that sound?
With our track record so far, I believe in us.
Yeah.
The NERPS seems to be like our primary objective here. Completing this guy's assassination is a nice how do you do, but I'd say we go down to the NERPS.
yeah. So maybe.
Yeah, I vote R&D.
Okay.
Likewise.
Yeah, let's go to R&D.
All right. So, Silver Bullet, how do you direct these men down to the R&D facility?
Brashly, in the open. I'm not sneaking. Sneaking's for pussies. That's how I think.
Can you write that down? Sneaking's for pussies.
I put we should look badass, not like pussies. Is what I've written.
Okay, yeah. Walk away slowly
Quote
from
number
an explosion.
112. Quote number 112. James Corp. Sneaking is for pussies.
Yes.
I think I'm done for my character as well. I just need to do equipment, and that's about it, really.
Let me take a quick squiz to make sure. Yeah.
Armor as well. I need to select.
Oh my god, your character's actual name. Okay. Ingram Shock Smart Gun X. Oh, right, okay. You mean because that gives you extra dice or something?
Specialized? Yeah, it gives me 2 additional dice at 1 point.
Because you specialize in a smart gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't sure how to do it on the cat sheet, so I did it that way.
I'm surprised that you're not taking that fucking amp that gives you an extra turn in combat.
It's too expensive for now. I'll be getting it down the road.
Yeah, I mean, it is thematic that you get that upgrade when you become an actual Shadowrunner, so... Yeah, so how do you bring these guys down to R&D? Like, specifically, like...
Oh, we'll go over to...
You have...
We're going to the security elevator. It should take us right down into the belly of the beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come with us, come with me, boys.
So you lead them off.
He's about 19, by the way.
How are you on the board of directors at 19? Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're real good at your job. All right, so you guys heading over to the security elevator. You know, you get like the lazy security guard who's like reading like a data pad or something like that as you guys walk up, feet up on the table, and he just like salutes like that as you go past. He does like a double take at the troll, but then he's just like, fuck it, they don't pay me enough. And he keeps scrolling through. So you guys are in the elevator. The weight distribution of this elevator wasn't exactly intended for trolls. So, you know, you step onto it, it's like, it starts to creak and groan.
I mean, we've got a troll and an orc, but wouldn't the weight of the dwarf kind of offset it a little bit?
I mean, trolls are like enormous, though. Right?
I mean, we also have an
Increasing
elf.
growth in a good way.
Elves
Like a
weigh
sex
nothing.
way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're like a fart on the wind, you know, like...
Yeah.
I'm that
And
sneaky
about as valuable
person
to
that's
life.
apparently a pussy because I sneak.
I mean, your type of pussy action is to sneak up on a dude to shank him several times, and you're a wizard, so, like, you know...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think it's hilarious that he's just like sneaking is for pussies, and I'm just like,
So,
Let me turn
What's
off
your,
my sneak real quick.
what's all your expertise?
Yeah, there's music in the background playing like dum 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 dum. Yeah.
It's Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
I'll just shoot the fucking speaker.
it's garbage.
So,
I kill myself.
what's everyone? So what's your street names?
I'm Mouse.
I'm Merc.
Firebelly.
Hermes.
Ah, cool.
They call me
Cool, so
Gator.
what- So you all like named after like Greek gods or something? Is that what you're going
Yep.
for?
Yep.
Mouse is the Greek god of cheese.
I'm called Gator
Yeah,
because I use
I can
floor
imagine
traps
that.
on people. You know, like a snapping mouth, jaws of death, that sort of thing.
I'm
I
the driver
thought-
mostly.
It was because of your boots.
My boots.
If
Yeah.
I remember, in the Shadowrunner's handbook, it says you should pick the most badass name ever. That's why I went for Silver Bullet. 'Cause
It's a really good name.
badass.
Do they make bullets out of silver?
Oh yeah, they're the best of the best. They're probably the worst, except against certain creatures. But yeah,
I mean, we're not hunting ghosts.
werewolves.
Or
There are
werewolves.
in the game. Probably, I think there's
They
vampires.
get all deformed in the gun, and when you shoot them, it just goes like, yeah.
The silver is a terrible metal to use for bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Mercury bullets.
Mercury
Awful.
bullets.
I discovered something the other day, actually. So I'm just going to break subject. Do you know why vampires don't appear in mirrors?
Is it because their old school
Soulless?
mirrors were used by, or the reflection of old school mirrors was accomplished by using a silver backing?
Yes. Oh, well, it was made by. Yeah, it was silver. Yeah. There you go.
The original mirrors were literally just polished silver, and then they discovered that melting it and pouring it over glass works better.
Didn't know that. And it's something to do with silver being
The
like
more you
pure metal
know.
or something.
It's because Judas was paid in silver. That's
Boom.
where that.
Oh yeah, isn't it
you would
some
think
vampire
the
myths?
un-
Judas is like the original vampire.
That's one of the.
See,
the
I like to
myths.
believe this is in character because you two are the fucking nerds, right? So,
Yeah, Judas was paid.
They call me Judas.
because I'm paid in silver. No. So you guys make it to the floor. It's like ding, doors open up. Basically, it's like you ever played GoldenEye?
Yes.
Yeah, you know that level
Yes.
where you have to like fight Trevelyan for the first time, and he goes back on you.
And the fucking elevator at every floor, it's just it opens up
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of guards waiting.
No,
Just
nothing like
waiting
that.
to
It's
shoot
like
you right in the goddamn face.
it's like guys in lab coats walking around looking busy, next to like big containers of like oil and petroleum and stuff.
Yeah, it's the one where you have to get the bomb out of the level, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And
Yeah.
like it looks like that. It's like white, clean. There's a bunch of like small compartmentalized like scientific labs and stuff. So, do you guys know what you want to take? I love the idea. It's like, wait, what's a NERP?
Well-
How do we know if a NERP is a thing?
Yeah, I was
Like-
gonna say, like, how do we
like-
know what a NERP is? Eat your cake.
I mean, that's the thing. NERPs, by definition, are pretty generic.
Mhm.
It's like the new iPhone or something. It could just be an iPhone, but we've got to find the one that they're making that's new.
Yeah, here's the deal. With Lurdane off performing, I think our only tech guy is now Mouse. So go get him, troll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Mouse have a way to like detect technology or something?
I mean,
like
I
that?
imagine Mouse is probably pretty up on what's new in technology, whether or not he can
The new
afford it.
shit, right?
The
But I mean,
latest.
he
Is
would
it
have
NERPs Weekly?
I mean, he's an otaku. Like he's a freaking weeb, so he knows what these Asian companies are putting out.
It doesn't NERP stand for New Exciting Retail Product?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's exactly what it is. It's literally generic product number 43.
yeah. So
But it's that corporation's specific generic product 43. It's going to revolutionize generic products.
products. Yes.
So I like to imagine that this is like a a plastics based company basically. So I like to imagine that there's a bunch of tests in here of like guys shooting mannequins, wearing this like weave. There was a TV show that I watched a while back, which was about a guy who was in R&D of a thing. I forget the fuck. No, Better Off Ted. That's what it was. Better Off Ted. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. But he was like,
Yeah, it's a great show.
like business head of like a R&D corporation, where like it's like we found this, we invented this fabric and it doesn't really do a whole lot, but it itches a lot of people. So why don't we make office chairs out of them so that people focus better on work and sell it to giant companies, right? That's what this place is like. They're just like, we invented a new fabric out of this plastic, so let's try and do something with it. But I like the idea that there are like combat vests here that, you know, there's a guy shooting it, and the next one there's a guy like hitting it with a flamethrower. I mean, like,
Are we in Q's workshop then? Is that what?
yes, basically. There's a guy shooting it with like rubber balls, you know, things like that.
And the guy with the flamethrower is looking at the melting wreckage of his test, going, "I don't know what else I expected. Plastic plus fire equals goo. This was a bad decision. It was fun."
And the next one over is him like a gun that shoots like hot plastic at people.
Yeah, I can use this in bullets.
Everything's plastic themed. There's a dude with a plastic knife having a plastic suit.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, it's like apparently its weakness is actually being hit with metal, but we worry about that in the future. Don't worry.
Do any of these look threatening?
Yeah, but it gets hit with silver, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Damn. I like it. But yeah, that's basically what you run into here. So essentially, they've sort of got this new weave that they're trying to find an application for.
I think that's your
So
target.
we just need a sample.
I think
of
that's your
the-
target, boys.
Well, it's less about the sample and more about like probably
The
finding like the research behind it. If anything, would probably be what is the most important document to take here. Not so much like don't show up with a bag of fucking plastic, right?
Yeah, you
Like,
need to know how to make it.
what its tested applications are, all that sort of shit. So,
Chemical composition, that thing.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's just go. Can we just steal a scientist? Does that count?
Which one of you is the smartest? Puts his hand down. Like,
No, lad. Not yet.
yeah.
Just reaches over.
God. Last session was great. If you guys didn't see Dead Man's Crest, definitely go watch it now. So.
Well, not right now because
I'll be
you're
back
watching
in, like,
this.
4 hours.
After the show, go watch it. Good session. So, what's the plan, guys? Do you want to see if
I
you
mean,
can?
there's got to be a server room, right?
Most likely, yes.
Let's find that.
Aye. It's a shame we don't have a decker. Fuck.
Weird, huh? So you guys are Shadowrunners, but you don't have a decker with you? Man, that's lousy and lame.
Well,
Firebelly just like shoves his sword into a keypad. Is this decking? Does this count?
I mean, that's how RoboCop did it. So
yeah.
we had one real Ponzi elf man. Pretty
He
good.
wouldn't let us do any talk.
though.
Yeah.
like, I like
Yeah,
the
I
idea
would
that
be.
there is like his song being played over like a radio right now somewhere.
Can we all agree that Lurdane is the new Nickelback of this world?
Yes. Oh my god, that is so good.
God, yeah.
In this world, Nickelback got its start like playing in like fucking discount Vegas. Oh yeah, I love it.
He sells
Look at
out
this
to everything.
photograph.
Generic elf hate rock.
Every time I see a mix, what would be a photograph version of this? Is like, look at this data pad.
Every time I do it makes me sad.
God, it's so dumb.
How many
So-
plot
What the
points do
hell
I
is
start with, by
on
the way?
Lurdane's head?
You should start with 2 plot points, I believe. What was your edge? Your final edge, by the way.
Edges 2.
Okay. Oh, you have 4 essence. Interesting. All right. Cool. So yeah, you guys make your way over to the data server in this the R&D facility here. No problems. I mean, you guys pretty much have run of this place in the current outfits that you have, right? Like to a lot of people, it looks like you're just like showing around new stuff, right? because it's definitely not unheard of for a walkthrough for new security staff to see the places that they're supposed to protect, that sort of shit. So,
Yep.
shit won't hit the fans until you guys trip some alarms, which I imagine hacking into a data center without some sort of hacker man is going to do. So we'll see how you go.
I was just gonna take it.
I just take it.
I mean, sure, if you want to, right? Like, you could probably very easily. I mean, you're a technologically advanced troll. Your understanding of technology is significantly higher than most. And you're a decker, right? So not a decker, a rigger, right?
Rigger.
So realistically speaking, it's not too far removed from your understanding to be able to just take the racks of hard drives. However, there's a lot here. That's the difference is that you need to know what to take, and which data rack to take, and they're probably all in RAID configuration as well. So you're probably going to have to take them all. Mm-hmm.
Henley,
Yes.
would it be possible for me to use a plot point to, I don't know, say that there is a data pad detailing the research on the table in the server room that someone just inadvertently left out because of poor security practices?
I mean, if fucking Silver Bullet is like any far up the rank here, I suppose that's realistically possible. I tell you what I'll do though. It's not that. There's a post-it note on the computer.
What's the password?
Say, for the final time, this is the new resetted password. Don't write it down somewhere, you pieces of shit. And it's just like, right there. The password is 7767.
So I'm gonna spend a plot point.
Yep.
So I've done that. Mouse. It looks like the passwords on the terminal thingy. I don't think you need to.
You're over there
Now
collecting.
he's probably like halfway through undoing some bolts on the side of a server rack and like,
You found like a milk crate that you're gonna like put them all in and shit, and you're just like, ugh, god damn it, yeah.
oh, okay. Let's see what I can do then. Let's see if I can steal some data.
Okay. So
I mean, if we have the password, it's going to be easier. But I don't have any kind of hacking at all.
yeah, you don't have access to terminal, so you're going to have to go through DOS, or the
Windows equivalent.
yeah. Well, there's no GUI in this world, right? There's no
There's no GUI.
There's no GUI. There's nothing like that. So terminal is the GUI. That's what makes Deckers amazing, because they have access to just be like drag and drop and copy paste and all that sort of shit. Otherwise, you're going to be a keyboard jockey, which is what mouse has to be right now. So, do you have hacking?
I can still like jack in through my rig.
Mm-hmm.
My control rig. I can still actually connect to the computer, but I don't have any hacking utilities or programs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to hack. We have access.
Yeah.
You're not having to defeat any defenses. You just have to find the data.
But I don't think it's going to be that easy, is it, Henley?
I mean, you do have beep boop motherfucker, so I don't know.
I mean, the unfortunate thing of real IT talk is if you leave your password taped to the monitor, all of your security is pretty much FUBAR.
Here's the thing, right? It's less about difficulty, it's more about time. Right? That's
I've got to find the right information. I could just like try and take a copy of all of it, but this is an entire server room. There's so much data here, and we need to find the right stuff.
Yeah. So what we can do is, if you want to spend a roll and work out how much time it takes for you to find what you're looking for, and then maybe from there you can find the rack of data that information's on, because that's probably what it is. It's less about like, where things are, because you got to remember back in these days, this is like the sort of thing where like, okay, they would send a courier with these hard drives to another location because it's significantly faster than transferring things over a secure line over the internet. Because that doesn't really happen with these sorts of... The Matrix is brand new, right? That you're right on the cusp of Matrix being a thing. So...
Because Shadowrun was developed during dial-up.
It's probably also worth pointing out that this entire server room probably has like 10 gig of storage.
Yeah.
All like on spinning floppy disks.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's a massive international company's $1 million data center of 3 gigabytes of data.
It's like NASA up in this bitch. Yeah.
Unprecedented.
What was the stats for like how much RAM and stuff they had on the first like space shuttle or something like that? It was like tiny.
Weaker than the first iPhone.
Yeah, like it was insane. So smart people can make use of just about anything, really.
It's just rows and banks of those, those reel-to-reel ones,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, most of
On
our
the
data
tape.
now is eaten up by niceties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. What would you like to roll to try and find this? I'm assuming electronics, right?
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing that I have that could really help.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you have karma?
Karma? No, I actually spent all of my karma.
Because I could say that
end.
you could probably grab a point or two in hacking, and that would make it significantly easier for you.
I do have plot points, though.
Yeah, you do. I tell you what, though, like, so, I tell you, if you wanted to use, like, say, beep boop motherfucker or something like that. So here's the thing. You'll be rolling a gremlin on this because you are using technology that you're not used to. So why don't, before you make a roll, why don't we go ahead and roll that gremlin? So 1d6 for me, please. Remember, 4 and 5 is good. 1 is fucking abysmal, so don't do that.
No, well, it doesn't matter if I get a 5 or a 6 because I can't actually succeed on this roll. I can only fail with this.
Yeah, the gremlin has no positive.
Yeah,
It's not a
only
glitch.
Oh, you cannot roll an exploit. Okay, yeah. All right, so you're good. You're fine. You don't trip any like silent alarms or open up any porn stashes or something like that.
What if I were to use my knowledge of Weebery to know my way around this Japanese file system?
That's the thing. Like,
Technically, Malaysian file system.
Shut up!
well, I mean, sure, yes. To a degree.
Weebery is not necessarily only limited to Japan.
Yeah, it's true.
That
I
is
checked
true.
the Hello Kitty file cabinet.
Fucking damn. The Pacific Prosperity Group would probably have
Don't touch that cabinet. That's my favorite cabinet.
pregnant pause.
And yeah, it was a 2-minute delay.
Yep. All right, let's make an engineer. Maybe engineering wouldn't really work here. Engineering would help you find the stuff that you want, actually, theoretically. But electronics is how you navigate inside the computer system and stuff like that. So, let's make a engineering roll first. This is to see if you understand what it is that you need to find. So I need to roll. If I remember how to play this game, which I'm kind of forgetting right now, I need to roll difficulty dice, right?
Yep. You need to determine the difficulty and then roll that number of dice.
All right, let me just make sure. I just want to check my notes to see if I've got something written down for what that is. Okay, so this is going to be an average check. So I'm going to roll 8 dice here.
All right. Yeah. So I mean,
Doc, if you've got plot points, you could use them to re-roll your failures.
Wait, is that plot points or is that edge?
That's
Oh,
edge.
edge. Yeah, you could use your edge to do that if you wanted to.
In two ways.
Right,
So if you announce before you roll, you can roll the extra dice and get you can roll one extra dice, and then the hits become 4, 5, and 6. Second, after you roll the dice, you can spend an edge to re-roll the dice that are not 5s and 6s. So
I mean, I only have one edge, but I kind of. I can't remember how this works. Is it like a soft fail thing in this, or is this? No, this is a hard fail.
no, this is like you just don't know what you're looking for, essentially. So the end result means that, again, this is a question of time, right? With enough time, you could find what you're looking for, but that's not on your side, essentially, is what the result of that is.
I think I'll take the longer time to do it because, like I said, I only have one edge, and I'm probably going to need it.
All right. Oh, well, do you have hours?
Sure.
Are you going to sit here for hours at this computer terminal reading?
I mean, what other choice? I mean, I can re-roll the failures, but
Your other choice is to take all of the hard drives with you.
Are they all in use?
I mean, yeah, they're in the server rack, so yeah.
No. I mean, which ones are currently being read from and written to?
I tell you what, if you make an electronics roll, I'll do the same difficulty. We can, you'll be able to find that out.
Because if I can get the hard drives out, I can take them home and spend as much time as I need looking.
Exactly, right? Like that's the thing. Like
if I can just narrow it down to the ones they're using now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you pass.
Shit roll, just like all die party rolling dice.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think you pass with that. Like there's a lot of hard drives in here, right?
But I could spend my edge now on this to re-roll my failures.
Yes, you could. So you would be able to roll 4 extra dice. 46 greater than 5. Yeah.
46 greater than 5. Are you fucking shitting me?
So yeah, I like the idea that you're sitting there hunched over this keyboard, being like, you know, like.
We must go deeper
and accidentally delete all
Enhance.
the information.
No,
Delete.
there's no delete here. You just, you know, how do you save face in front of your friends?
It's all in.
You just muted yourself.
What do they speak in Malaysia? It's not Malaysian. It's
Polynesian.
Probably.
yeah. I don't know. I don't speak this language, and I just keep typing.
Yeah. It's like, so what are we doing? Are we just going to stand here? Because, you know, eventually someone's going to ask a question and we're not going to be able to answer it.
I'm just going to start not even thinking, I'm just going to start pulling fucking hard drives out. Fuck it. Let's get on with this. Come on. Badass. Just grab all
Are
the
you
hard
going to carry all those?
I like the way you think, Silver.
There's like 1,000 hard drives in here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I start pulling shit out too.
So they're all in racks, right? They're in racks of about like 10 each.
Are they on wheels? Are the wheels racks on wheels?
Nah, you pull the racks out, right? And you can probably stack it in
Stop.
like some stuff.
In fact, yeah, I'm going to have a look round. Is there any, like, you know, the mail carts? Is there any mail cart just left?
I don't know. Do you have any plot points you want to spend?
Oh, sure. Yeah, certainly. There's suddenly a mail cart appears.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 mail carts per plot point you spend.
I'll spend 1. I only want 2.
Okay, so you can
I found
probably
these.
you could probably take, if I know the size of the server racks, you could probably take 5 in each one.
All right, cool. Yep, start. I'd put 5, 10. 10's enough. Hey, we can't be too greedy. Gotta leave some more for the others.
Oh, the problem with these sorts of hard drives is that you either take all of them or you take none of them because they're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to read the information. And this is something that they're in a raid, right? That's how servers work.
If you snap a CD in half and you put one half into your disk drive, it's not going to read anything.
It's not going to read
I
anything.
don't understand it. That's not how I
but
work.
But here's the thing, mouse does, right? So.
Oh, okay. So mouse would probably stop me. All right.
Yeah, so you either take all the hard drives or you take none of them. The idea that Mouse was going for here is that he could find the information that he wanted it, localize it to a set of hard drives, and take those hard drives with him. But he couldn't do that. He couldn't understand the research, and he couldn't understand the electronics as well. So, anywho, how about we take a break? Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Hard. Guys, how the fuck do we solve this problem? Too many hard drives, not enough hard hands. What's going on?
We had a discussion whilst you were away.
Mm-hmm.
An idea crept upon us as a fog, a spirit, mind you, would creep upon unsuspecting things.
Man.
Perhaps a spirit of man.
An unsuspecting man.
A mind-reading spirit of man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
And man scientists thinking about plastic weave.
See, I was wondering when you would actually use the spirit of man. So now,
yeah, I think try to to use that now.
Mhm.
Just like I said, whatever advantage we can get from, using the spirit of man to read the minds of the scientists to get the info we need, right? I mean, that's pretty much what we were discussing, right?
so you would have to have a conversation with the spirit of man, right? First, like he's not a spirit you control; he's a spirit who's joyriding you,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
that's the difference here. That you would have to first convince the spirit of man of something to do. Like he's his own character essentially. So you look deep within yourself. You go to the Naruto caged pit in your stomach. That fucking thing. So what does it look like to you in your mind's eye when you talk to the spirit of man?
I think maybe like shades of blue and foggy.
Yeah.
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 Like shades of blue, foggy, like almost like man, I've been playing too much Overwatch. Almost like when Reaper goes to move and teleport to another space, but like my whole field of vision looks like that.
Okay. So you're standing there looking around for the spirit of man, and he puts his bony, shadowy fingers around your shoulder and squeezes, and he's like, "You've come back. I was wondering when I would see you again."
I mean, I've come back. I helped you out, and now I'm looking for some help from you.
Yes, you seem to want to talk to these ignorant fools and find out what they know. Is that right?
They're ignorant, yeah.
Well, I do owe you something, so I'll do you one better. You walk me over to one of those idiots, and you touch him, and then I will tell you everything that he knows by his own lips.
How about that?
How do I touch a man without him freaking out when
I
suspecting
don't
something?
know. Shake his hand, kiss him, whatever it is that you want to do.
Oh, so it can be like a normal societal thing.
I mean, it really depends on what you consider normal. I mean, if you think about it, like realistically, you could do anything to a man. You could punch a man, and then I would still have the opportunity to do what I need to do.
At this moment, the spirit of man realized he'd fucked up.
He done made a poor decision.
I don't really have anything in my abilities
To shake
that
another
would
man's
help.
hand?
Well, yeah, but are like they don't give a fuck that we're here? They're just like, "Hi, I'm a scientist. Oh, I've never seen you before. You're cool."
Security and scientists would probably keep well away from each other. They would not even operate in the same circles. The security here is most
Alright,
likely a hired team, as it is in most places in
Right.
Shadowrun. So,
All right, well then I'll walk up to the first scientist that I see and just kind of slap him on the back in a friendly gesture and say, "What are you working on?"
Not this one, idiot. Find one who
God damn
knows things.
How do I know who knows things?
That's your fucking job, not me.
All right, Henley. I go to a scientist that knows things and slap him on the back.
All right,
Fancy your lab coat.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you walk over to the
Thicker
first
I
one.
look at the dude, like, obviously you'd be able to tell who's in charge, right? He's got like the clipboard, the lab coat's nice and clean and pressed. He's just
He
kind of
hasn't
like
had
looking
much sleep.
around at all the people. Yeah,
Or would he have more sleep?
yeah. He's not really doing anything. He's just writing shit down and looking at people and being like, "You didn't put that electrode in the right node, so you're a fucking asshole." I don't know.
So yeah, you can find someone.
this scientist?
You can find someone who would know like of people, so you could, have a conversation
Right.
with him to work out who would be the best person to shadow of man, But yeah, so you can walk up to this man, you slap him on the back.
Yeah. Slap him on the back. Hey, mate. How's the work this evening?
He
It's
recoils
evening,
from
right?
your slap like you'd imagine someone who doesn't really like.
This man just struck me.
Yeah, a little like that. And it's just like he turns around. He sees that you're wearing a child security uniform almost. And he was like,
I knew a new initiative to get the dwarves out of the unemployment line.
I wasn't aware that we hired your type.
Well, like I said, dwarves, all the mining's dried up, so the state, they give us jobs.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not interested. What do you want, dwarf?
Oh, not much. Just wanted to see how your day is going. Do you need anything? Cup of coffee?
He
I mean,
goes back to reading his paper and he's like, it's fine. Now, it would be better if you left me alone.
Like alone. Like don't like.
What are you suggesting?
What am I supposed to do the rest of the day?
Your job, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they hire you idiots for other than to look impressive, and you seem to fail at that.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
Thank you for calling me impressive.
No, I'm saying you don't look impressive. It looks like you bought that from a costume store.
We did.
Well, I mean, it was the only thing that fit.
Yes, that's because you're a dwarf.
Wow. What a racist wanker.
Correct. All right. Well, like I said, we'll be moving around through here, and if we have any questions, I'll come for you. Was the pat on the back enough for the spirit of man to like?
Well, no, you would
mean
need to talk to
anything?
this man to work out who would be the appropriate one to take over, right? Because what you need is a man who accesses the computer on the regular to find the information that you want.
So, like, literally any of the people in there.
I mean, there's a lot of researchers in here, so.
This conversation, Spoot, isn't to have the spirit of man take over this guy. You're trying to talk to this guy to figure out who you need to touch with the spirit of man.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was I think the confusion.
Yeah, sorry if that wasn't clear. That was on me.
That's all right. All right. Well, so then I guess what I've discerned then is I will direct my attention to one of the worker bees. So is there like a lead on the floor, like a?
Yeah, it's probably this guy here.
So-
Like he's probably the one that, like, as you said, directs the employees. So he would be the one to talk
but
to.
besides that, all right. So I guess I don't know how to formulate the question, but I guess I want to ask him, like, who's his best person on the floor, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because that's who I'm actually supposed to be going for, right?
That would be Chinsal over there. Though you shouldn't disturb him because his work is very much needed on this current project that we have. But if you want to,
I don't want to take any time.
well, good. I'm glad that you're actually doing your job and taking care of the people that need to be taken care of in this place. Not everyone here is deserving of such attention.
It's what I live for.
You.
All right, so I'm going to go talk to Shooby-Doo. What was his name again?
Chinsal.
Shooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to Chinsal, and as I sidle up to Chinsal...
Now, it has to be skin-on-skin contact, is worth pointing out. So
Right.
you can't just, like,
So
rub his
what I
shirt
do-
and have the transference happen. So
Go up and kiss him.
lick his face.
So what I do, right? So, like, is he sitting down at a terminal? Like, is he?
He's probably
level?
like
Right.
soldering something right now, I imagine.
All right, so he's standing up.
Oh, probably sitting down at a table soldering something, at a workstation.
All right, so he's sitting down, whatever. So I walk up to him, and I fake pretend to stumble, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, sorry!" And I wrap my arm around him, but my fingertips touch the opposite side of his cheek.
You like just caress him
brush.
like this. You like,
Just, oh, sorry.
and he sort of
Oh
looks
God,
at
I fell.
he looks at you, right, and he goes, "Why didn't you just touch him? That was." And he stands up, straightens his jacket, and he goes, "Well, at least you found someone who understands what we're looking for."
Can I talk to this guy without everyone else around me thinking I'm a fucking weirdo? Right?
I mean, it's
Like,
the shadow
am I-
of man, basically, right now.
Yeah,
That's in
it's the
here.
spirit of man talking through the other guy. So you could just have a conversation with the other guy. And,
Ah.
Mm.
Well, don't you think it would have been weirder if I just walked up and been like, tickle, tickle, tickle on his face? Like, what the fuck is that? We're trying to be inconspicuous. We're under deep cover here.
Yes, and falling over and caressing another man's face is your idea of keeping your deep cover.
Works pretty good for me. I'm sure when I wake up, everything will be the same.
So he'll walk over to the terminals where everyone else is. So basically, everyone this Asian man walks into the terminal and he walks over to Mouse and he's like, "Move." I don't know if you guys do anything, but like...
It's a good thing we don't have someone that shoots first and asks questions later.
Oh, me?
We do, which is me.
Yep.
What am I shooting?
You get to make a choice here, James.
There's no question. You either
I'll just
shoot or you don't.
Yeah, sure, I'll shoot him.
No!
All right, take a plot point.
God damn it, Doc!
So he's like, "Move," and then he just goes, and he just dies on the console.
There's literally no reason for this.
Shoot first, ask questions later. I'm gonna just walk into the thing. Right, you son of a bitches. Who of you? Which one of you knows the fucking password for these fucking whatever they're called?
We have
servers.
the password, Silver Bullet.
Milk run.
It's a megacorp. It was not a milk run, but God damn it!
You're speaking a bit too fast there, Sloth Man.
So he will.
I'm out of the room.
So yeah, you've got the gun pointed at all the scientists. And
Two guns.
Yeah, two guns. Sorry.
Two.
And all of them clam up basically.
I'll start shooting.
You just start killing people.
Yeah, until someone says something.
I know the password. It's 7767. Fucking shit.
I'll take him into the back room.
Yeah.
I'll take him into the back room.
Yeah. You got him like by the collar, gun to the back of his head, sort of thing.
Yep. Yeah.
He goes over to the console and he's like, "You're already fucking logged in." I don't understand. What am I doing? He's like, wrong answer.
I'm going to step in between Silver Bullet and the remaining scientists.
Oh, there's a couple left out. There's tons of people. There's like 200 people on the floor, sort of thing, right?
Silver Bullet, how about you?
Well, probably more like 30, but yeah.
Go guard the elevator.
No, these son of a bitches need to give us the information now. I'm going to walk round him.
I'm an orc. I'm purposely guarding this guy. If you try to go around me, I'm going to knock you over.
What guy?
The scientist who's sitting at the console.
I've got a gun to his fucking head. How can you get between me and a gun?
I moved you. I am an orc.
I'll go start killing some other. I'll just go in there and I'll just start killing other security scientists.
They're fine. I don't care. You're a bloodthirsty maniac, but I got a job to do.
What's my favorite color? I don't know. Purple. Wrong.
Red, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Green. No,
Right.
red.
Well, Silver Bullet is out murdering scientists because a scientist walked into the room that we happened to be in and didn't say please, I guess. I'm not sure what sets this man off. Honestly, we might want to reconsider this guy's employment with us.
So the spirit of man in your head, Firebelly, would be like, I like this one.
Right. He's like picking on his next target, right?
But we're even now. You know this.
Totally even.
Hey, well, I'll ask, what do we need to know?
Yeah, like you come out, you start shooting people. You come out and say, "What exactly are we looking for?"
All right, sir.
There's a fire.
We're going to need you to bring up the data of this product line you're currently working on.
So, like, as you're saying that, we're gonna need you to bring up the current. Oh, we lost Firebelly.
I thought it was my internet that was bad. I mean, it is
usually.
But
I don't know how you fucking stream.
Can I
actually, my internet was great. It was, 150 up, 150 down. Everybody's happy slappy. Then I upgraded to a gig up down, and since that moment, my internet has been shit, and it's very unfortunate.
What were you saying, Merc?
can I grab one of the scientists and take his clothes?
Yes.
Because I don't want to
No,
be.
There's loads on the floor. There's loads of spare.
That's what I'm saying. I just
there's
like,
loads of them
hopefully there's
dead.
one with a little less blood on it. That's the one I'm going for because I want to get out of these clothes and blend in as one of the scientists.
Done. The only issue is that they're pretty.
They're all Malaysian.
No, it's not so much Malaysian, but they are pretty much 100% human, right? Like that's the thing.
I trim my ears.
Yeah, just
I got long hair and it covers it.
Yeah, sure. But just keep that in mind. Like, so good option. It's not going to work too much for the other people in your party, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We can be the security escort getting this very important scientist out.
There you go. Look at that. So yeah,
It worked for me because I'm human.
So before you even finish your long-winded talk, there, Hermes, the scientist has already pulled it up and he's like, "There you go. What now? What do you need?"
Copy it to our hard drive.
That.
Okay, I'm localizing it now. It's probably going to take like 10 minutes or so. Have to take it out of the raid.
Do it faster.
Yeah, okay. Just don't fucking kill me, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, we won't. He might. We won't.
Yeah, I kind of realized that. He's just out there. It's like, what's my favorite number? Out of what? Wrong.
I'm like, don't point it at me.
Not even a number.
Yeah. So yeah, it takes about 10 minutes. But however, gunshots don't go unnoticed.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
Plus,
unless he happens to have a silencer on his gun. Does he happen to have a silencer on his gun?
less about that, more about like the man
No, 'cause
watching the
stealth is for
controls,
pussies.
watching the CCTs. Like even if the CCTs is shit, he's like zoom. Like we see him, like he's like reading his pad. He looks over. It's just like, He like leans in and like zooms the camera in. It's like, that kind of looks like a dead guy.
It's like scratching the screen. It's like if the smudge or blood stain.
He like licks his thumb. He like tries to move it. It's like,
No.
and he like gets on the squawker. He's like,
yeah, home base. Yeah, it looks like we got something going down in R&D. I'm not sure really what it is. Over.
and we get like the guy eating like a bowl of cereal in home base, and he's just like hits back. I was like, all right, we'll send a unit down.
And at this point on the CCTV, you see a scientist like running, mad dashing across the screen with Silver Bullet just like guns him down. Yeah, something's definitely going down.
Less about that, but more like one frame he's over here running, the next frame he's dead, like a few steps over there. Like that's how bad it
takes
is.
another bite of his sandwich.
It's like every like
Sandwich?
8 seconds or something like
Donut.
that. It takes another picture basically. That's how bad the CCT is in this. So, but it looks like Spoody actually had power outage, so that kind of sucks. But we can assume that he's going to be helping as much as possible since he was here for half the show. But yeah, you guys are going to have a confrontation before it's ready. So, maybe set up and this is something that you guys as experienced Shadowrunners would understand. There is a cause and effect.
You shoot people, security shows up. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So it's safe to assume that you would have an understanding that this is going to go down. So,
Mouse, why do all of our runs turn out like this?
Well, because we're Shadowrunners.
I mean, surely there's a way to do this without security always showing up.
So, yeah, Firebelly will walk over to the man who's typing in all the stuff, and he will touch him, and then the shadow of man will take over this man again, and he'll look around and be like, "One of you give me a gun." Like this is the now scientist stands upright and says this.
Does any wait? Firebelly has a gun that he doesn't use. I only have the shotgun, so if I give him a gun, I've got no gun.
Okay. Well, Firebelly will then walk over and hand him a gun. No problems. No questions asked.
Fire.
Thanks, Booty.
Why? Well, actually, no. I would be aware of the spirit of man moving around, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's kind of like, So wait, did you take the vision thing?
I have spirit sense, yeah.
Okay, is this is something we decided that you had to turn on, right? Or is this something that?
Yeah, like if I specifically focus on feeling spirits, I can see how many are in a room.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a spirit shaman, like a
I
spirit...
mean, you get an idea that something's going down, right? Like you get that pit in your stomach.
Yeah.
And if you do turn on your power, because there's no reason why you wouldn't. Right?
Yeah, I mean, once he starts shooting and I realize there's going to be an engagement, I'm going to scan for spirits.
Yeah, basically there is a dark tendril going from Firebelly's mind into the mind of this Asian, the scientist, I guess. Wouldn't necessarily be Asian, but yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's
It's the spirit of man.
Bingo, bango.
Oh, joy.
That's a good point. My floor is like combat junkie. I must use a plot point to avoid using violence as the first response to any given problem. So that is suited to my character.
You did it, James. You did it, buddy.
You fucking nailed it.
I like how you've made it so that you generate a plot point in order to do violence, but you have to spend a plot point to not do violence. That's like a weird like.
he knows what his character's
play
about.
off each other.
Yeah, so either you reward yourself or you punish yourself. It's like, but which one is the punishing and which one's rewarding? But yeah, so the spirit of man will put the gun in his holster and is like, well, it turns out your friend has killed some very important people.
We hear the cackling coming from out in the room.
So it's like,
Now we know why he's getting fired.
so he's
fuck
gonna
us anyway.
he's gonna walk over to a little terminal, and he's gonna swipe the man's card, and he's gonna put in a code, and the elevator will basically like the doors will jam shut. And he'll be like, well, I've got us some time. I don't know how eager they are to kill you all, but we'll find out.
Time's good, but what about a way out? Does our friend here? Well, do you here?
Well, the thing
Is there
about
another way
being
out?
underground generally means that you have to go above it to get out. So, they've never needed to use a fire escape or anything like that.
You get us that data that scientist was working on, please?
That's a matter of time more than anything. Once it's done, it's done.
Right. Are there stairs?
I would assume so, unless they want their scientists to all burn alive down here. Because,
Oh yeah, there's stairs. They're over here. I point over in the direction of where the fire exit is.
But
where there's a
somebody
couple
knows.
of bodies like leaning up against the door because they tried to escape, and you just like shot them dead.
Down.
Yeah.
So Eugene.
Dude, I love it. As a player, I appreciate everything you're doing. As a character, you have made this infinitely more difficult.
Well, I made it infinitely difficult when I replaced Ledane. It would have been infinitely easier if Ledane was there.
No, because this guy can actually fight, so we were eventually going to have to fight anyway. So, we're good. We're getting the data. So, Silver Bullet, what is the standard security response here?
Lock and load.
No, not your standard response. Their standard response.
Oh, don't know. They've never had a response like this before.
Okay. When you train, do you come down the elevator? Do you take the stairs?
Half will come down the elevator, half will come down the stairs.
Okay. That's good for us. The spirit here just jammed the elevators, so half of them will be on the stairs.
Yeah, it should be.
Right.
Unless they take the elevator up to the floor above and, come down that way.
Wonderful.
Anyway, we ready to kick some ass and chew some bubble gum?
Did we just...
The elevator, the microwave finishes, and he takes the hard drive out, and he's like, "Yep." He hands hands it over to Firebelly to carry.
Now, we could stay down here and wait for them to come at us, or we could go up guns blazing. I like the later one, but I guess it's down to you.
After you, Silver Bullet.
All right.
After you.
I'll kick the
Door?
exit. The door open. I assume it's like on a bar.
I like the idea that you kick it, right? But then you it doesn't budge, so then you pull it, and you're like, oh, okay.
It's a pull, not push.
Name one door that opens into a stairwell, and I'll say that is dumb.
I've seen them, and they are dumb.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys head into the stairwell. It's empty at the moment, but you guys are like 4 levels down, so... Yeah.
Silver Bullet, is there a helicopter on the roof?
Yes.
I'll have to spend a plot point, won't I, for that?
I'll give you a helicopter for 3 plot points.
I don't have 3 plot points.
Well, no, I was assuming that
communal
the
plot points?
Communal,
that was here.
Mhm.
I mean, I can, yeah. But I'm assuming there's a CEO here, right?
Yeah.
I'll spend
the dude that we're here to kill. They're probably going to want to get him out first. As soon as something's going down, they're going to be like, quick, we need to get...
They're going to try to evac him.
If there's a helicopter on the roof...
For 3 plot points, it would be helicopter. For no plot points, it would probably be another way.
I'm willing to throw a plot point towards it.
I've thrown a plot point towards it as well.
Done.
Right?
There is a helicopter on the roof that they're going to try to evac the
yeah, pity you guys have to go up like 7 flights of stairs before
I know,
you get there.
it sucks that I have a flying drone that's already waiting up there.
Corn pie!
This is why I was asking. I was going to say, if there's a helicopter on the roof, I would have my drone waiting there.
Yeah. Ikidaki
But she's
mas!
not with us.
All right, cool.
All right, so we're going to start working our way up these steps.
So what is the drone's command?
Wait until they're on the helicopter and then shoot it down.
So if anyone gets in the helicopter, shoot it?
Yep.
Done.
Or wait till the helicopter's in the air and shoot it down.
Yeah, wait until the helicopter takes off and then just start shooting at it and just light it up.
All right. What was
I mean,
it?
we know what this guy looks like. You could have programmed your drone to just
Oh,
attack.
come on, nah. It's drones aren't that.
You've got optics.
I could potentially do it if I was in the drone and then say target this guy, but because I'm telling it just to wait and then attack after a certain condition.
So they're very simple commands that you get given to drones to run their own programming. So the moment that the plane will be an inch off the ground, it will light it up, basically, because that's how simple the commands are. So.
How does it measure an inch?
Well, we're making our way up the steps, making our way downtown.
Walking fast, take these steps, and I'm homebound.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
kind of worried. I want one of you to use me as a hostage, but and Silver Bullet's leading the way. I don't.
Well, there's 2 scientists theoretically, right? So. You could, if you wanted to, use the spirit of man as a hostage. He's a great hostage because he can die
And not care.
So
and not
we
care.
can,
yeah.
So we'll make it look like we're escorting 2 scientists out.
Yeah.
Okay, Silver
2
Bullet.
important scientists to the roof to evacuate.
I'm a.
Silver bullet.
Do I see
I'm a-
this? Do I see this lab coat technician with a gun?
Yes.
I shoot him.
Oh, you've been talking to him for the past minute.
Oh, have I? Okay, all right then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, cool.
And I explained to the group that it was a spirit possessing him.
So I don't know if you've you're a new Shadowrunner. I doubt you've had much interactions with spirits, right? So
Trigger
what
happy.
does that mean for you right now, Silver Bullet?
I just think he's talking about like alcohol, spirits.
You took the knowledge Shadowrunner Otaku, right?
Yeah. Right.
Well, yeah, I called it. I didn't know what to call it because I didn't
You
know how
would-
to spell it. I just called it the Shadowrunner's Handbook.
You would know,
knowledge.
You would
Yeah,
know
you would
about
know that there are
spirit
maids
shamans.
and shamans
Yeah.
and things like that, and that they work with Shadowrunners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you're going up the stairs, right? The lab technician will put his hand on your shoulder and be like, and he'll squeeze, and it'll be cold, and it will feel very icy, kind of like death gripping you on the shoulder, and he'll be like, "Keep murdering people, and I'll reward you for it."
Oh, okay.
He'll like literally laugh as he walks past you, and he's like, "Oh, I've picked a good group."
I miss the bears.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have sold the fucking amulet, man.
Miss my brother.
I didn't sell the amulet. I gave the amulet to who they told me to give it to. Then I went and took a nap. I can hardly be blamed for what happens afterwards.
Hey,
I
man.
miss,
Hey,
I miss my helicopter.
are you trying
everyone
to?
else.
Are you? So
So-
let me get an idea of this helicopter kill, right? Are you aiming to destroy the helicopter, or are you aiming to kill the people in the helicopter? Because if you want her to be like, you know, a little bit like if you want the helicopter to be there available for you when you arrive.
Oh no. This is just in case they try to evac the guy through the roof.
If they get there
Like,
before us.
it'll just be
Wouldn't
like
it,
shoot out the rotor or something, so that it crashes and kills them. That's the idea.
wouldn't it be better to have it shoot the pilot so that they couldn't take off?
No, because we don't want to kidnap him. We want to kill him.
Yeah, but if you blow up the helicopter, we have no way to confirm that he's actually dead.
Aside from recorded footage.
Yeah, I mean everything the drone does is recorded.
That's true. But we wouldn't know that till we like got back to the van and had you like load the footage. And the helicopter would be a pretty convenient means of escape.
That just means dealing with his security, which he's probably got some.
Yeah, but I mean, we are shadow runners,
And we got the silver bullet.
and we got the
We do
silver
have
bullet.
silver bullets. Okay. All right. So now that I have confirmed that there is a helicopter on the roof, we will. That is our new escape plan. So I am going to.
Reissue commands.
Yep. So I'm assuming there'd be like the stairwell hatch door thing that comes up on the rooftop next to the helipad.
It's like a door, you walk up to it. Like it's like the American style. Yeah.
There's like just one entrance basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Anyone walks through that door, she shoots them.
okay. Easy
Cool.
enough.
As we walk through the door and get shot at.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I don't
well,
wanna-
I can. When we get up there, I can stop her, and we can come out.
It's a series of if-then statements.
Yeah.
If door opens and hostile, fire.
All right, so you guys are making your way up the stairs. So you get up to the second floor from the basement, and as you'd imagine, it's kind of like crazy town in there. Like people have started filing out and going up the stairs, the fire escape, because it's now like whoop whoop, sort of in the alarm state.
Just how a Shadowrun's supposed to go.
Yeah, I mean that's one way of handling it. Yeah.
Yes.
It depends on the Shadowrun, I
Have you ever?
suppose.
I've never known a Shadowrun to go well.
It was going pretty well before you
tits
popped a
up.
few scientists for no reason. So like,
Run in the shadows does not mean, make a big spectacle, launch fireworks, announce that you're there, have a banner.
so the Shadow of Man will put his hand on your shoulder again, Silver, and he'll be like, "Kill him." As the scientists walk out of the door.
Do they startle me?
No, not really.
Then I won't kill them.
Come on.
Hey, come on, guys, just shoot some people.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder.
You stay
Don't
out of this, orc.
listen to the spirit.
Hey, you made it possible for me to be here.
A job to do. And
Alright, well,
you don't make me banish you.
Don't make me banish you. Go on. Kill them.
Do it. Come on, hit me.
I'm gonna try and ignore it for as long as possible.
You banish me now, and I'll take out a sizable chunk of your friend's mind.
Well, Firebelly doesn't use it all that often.
Yes.
Hey, I like Firebelly. Let's
He's looking
let's
kind of out of it right now.
I like him too.
You lads talking about me? It's a little hard to hear you from down here.
All right, so battle plan: continue escorting this
Escort scientist to the roof.
safety.
Well, you're in
Anybody
a
tries to
swab
stop
of about other 20 odd so scientists running for their lives now.
We're
Luckily,
kind of
we have a
ignoring-
troll and an orc.
I'm security. I'm gonna tell them to come up to the roof where there's a helicopter waiting for us to be taken out.
Oh, they eagerly follow you for sure. 100%.
So now we have a horde of scientists with us.
Yeah. Eagerly follow you. Like, scientist number one thought is self and I. So, you know, they are eager to follow.
Makes
However,
my job
guys,
finding
it's
it
worth
easier.
pointing out that there is a bunch of R&D labs that are now open for taking stuff if you wanted to take them. Remember, you need to make money.
Okay, at
to
this
make
point,
money.
please, let's just remember we're succeeding the run so far. Let's not get too greedy.
This sounds a lot like Henley going, "Hey guys, go fuck yourself over a barrel."
Well, I just want to point it out, you know, karma is money in this game. So
There's a barrel. There's a barrel over there. Ignore the sawdust lube. That's just decoration.
it's up to you guys. Whatever you'd like to do.
I'm
We're,
gonna follow
we're,
everyone
we're
else's
doing
lead.
2 runs right here. I think if we can pull this off, we already
Keep in
get
mind,
paid.
you're not being paid to kill this man. You're killing this man to make it seem like your other run was by the same dude. So you're not
Wait,
getting
didn't
it.
we steal didn't we steal his dead drop though for his target?
Yes, you did, but you're still not going to get paid when you show up for the payment and it's not him. So, you know, like,
Yeah, fuck him. We'll shoot those guys too.
They'll have money on them. They pay them in a brown paper bag.
yeah. Oh no, Mr. Johnson pays for NERPs in brown paper bags.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll deal with that when we get to it. Probably with shooting.
All right then.
I mean, we now have a crowd of scientists. We're kind of a bit constrained.
I love the idea that
No,
you kidnap
we've got-
45 scientists and you use it to blackmail PPG. Like, we've got all
what is
your
the carrying
scientists. You want them
capacity of
back?
the
You gotta
helicopter?
pay us money.
Gonna need a bigger helicopter.
The plan is to send this company's research into the Dark Age.
Yeah. Fossil fuels? Haha! No one did any research on it. All right, so you guys continue up the stairs.
Scientists join you. You end up with about 30 in total. Are you guys like leading the fray? Like how do you pretend to be security escorting 30 scientists to the ceiling?
Probably like one in front and two behind, or two in front and two behind, or something.
Okay.
Like, so make it look like we're herding them out and escorting them, holding doors open for them. Make it look, come on, guys, we got to sell this.
Yeah, sure. We'll make it look like we're actually
So
security.
Silver Bullet's got to be up front because Silver Bullet is the only human amongst us security guards in a place that only hires humans.
And I'm in the mix of scientists acting like one.
Yeah, I'm a scientist.
Yep. All right.
Silver Bullet also the only one who actually works here. So...
And hopefully knows the way.
Well, it's just following the stairwell up, surely.
Yeah.
So while you guys are like doing all your stuff, the Spirit of Man is going to seek out a higher paid individual within the group of people that he's in, the scientists, and he's going to body swap into that man. So he'll come back to you, Mouse, specifically because he doesn't like homies. And he's an older looking gentleman now, graying hair, that sort of stuff. And he'll walk up to you and be like, "You should take this one with you."
Is that you, Manny?
Don't call me that.
Well, I can't exactly call you the Spirit of Man out loud because everyone will hear it.
You can just... Calling me man is better.
Okay, man. I'm cool with that, dude.
Just man. Take this one with you. He has a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, knowledge. Oh, I like wealth too, but okay, let's go.
So I like the idea that it's like an elevator comes down to the roof and a bunch of people get on the elevator and like you guys are just in the elevator with a bunch of scientists and it's like crowded. It's like as you guys are waiting.
Ordain's music comes on in the background.
So let me get an idea here of like what's happening. You haven't had any reports of your drone being firing into anything yet, but there is a helicopter on the roof. So what's happening? What's going to happen? You're not going to be able to take 30 scientists with you in a helicopter. That's just impossible.
Well, no, but they're scientists. They can't exactly stop us.
I mean, enough warm bodies on a helicopter can make a helicopter not fly. And when people are, drowning, they act a certain way.
That's true. That's true. But once you shoot the first one, they usually step in line.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, so the idea here is that the man that you're attempted to kill, the CEO.
Well, I mean,
Zeus,
he hasn't fled to the roof yet, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys are almost at the roof, and he hasn't gotten on there yet.
So, I mean, we could probably get off at the executive levels and try to find him.
If you wanted to do that.
Do I know roughly what floor he's on?
I mean, there's like 4 executive levels above the standard floor.
Do I know where his office is?
He's not. He doesn't have an office here. He's visiting.
Oh, okay.
Because the headquarters is in Hong Kong. This is a subsidiary. So...
No, there'd be like a boardroom or something maybe that he could be near.
Yeah, most likely. But there are a lot of boardrooms there's 4 floors here of it, so...
I mean, so... Silver Bullet is a member of this security team, like a reasonably ranked member of the security team.
Mm-hmm.
There would be a standard practice for we are under attack, secure the important people and the research and yada yada yakety schmackety. There would be a procedure that they would follow.
Yes, there is.
And Silver Bullet would if he's any decent at his job and not too hopped up on adrenaline from killing scientists, would probably know with decent certainty where they're going to take executives.
Yeah. So the problem is that the CEO has his own security staff that's outside of the security staff of this stuff, as you'd imagine. So if they are doing something, it'd be unbeknownst to him, and the standard procedure of evacuation might not be followed, especially if they consider this to be an inside job, which, at this point, they probably do. Given that, there is video footage of a security staff shooting scientists going around in this building. So...
I love the fact I made this really hard.
I mean, you did also get us in, so it balances it out a bit.
That's true. Well, do we want to go to try and evacuate the executives to the helicopter, or just these fine scientists?
So the spirit of man will sort of interrupt, and he'll say,
I'm going to put my hand to my ear, like I'm listening to the radio, and I'm going to turn to the scientists and go, there's been a change of plan. We need to go to the executive levels. That's where we can hold up for until this thing's over with.
Till the helicopter arrives.
Okay. Do you have any sort of conversational skills for groups and stuff like that?
No.
So one of them is going to be like, actually, the procedure states that we have to either leave...
I'll shoot him.
Yeah. Okay. So you're at the front of the group, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to roll this, but group mentality, mob mentality is a real thing. So
roll for stampede.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that.
So yeah, all of these guys are now going to, in a terrified stupor, run the hell away from you and possibly try to run over us.
Or most likely run in like the opposite direction towards the exit past him. So that's
I mean, they're not going to run past the guy who's shooting. They're going to run away from the guy that's shooting. He's in the front. The rest of us are in the back escorting.
So what's most likely going to happen is the people in the front will turn around to try and run and be pushed into the wall of scientists behind them. When they work out that they can't do that because the scientists behind them don't know what's going on in front of them, they're going to turn around and run the opposite direction.
I mean,
I like I've made this
we're in a stairwell. They would have heard a gunshot go off.
You guys have made it to the first floor at this point, like easily.
Okay.
So a lot of them are just going to make a break for the exit.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have said this until we're nearer the executive, nearer the roof. I wouldn't have done it straight away. I would have waited till we've got a little, most of the way up the building to change the change of plan.
Well, the executive officers start one floor above this. So.
Oh, is it? I thought it'd be like penthouse top.
No, there's no housing in this place. It's all offices and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be like a skyscraper.
No, it's like 7 stories. So.
Okay.
It's more like less single buildings and more multiple buildings, but you're in the R&D and executive building right now, sort of thing. So.
All right, so the crowd of scientists is going to
disperse,
to bull rush towards the exit.
Pretty much, yeah. And with that, there will be some confusion. So, what would you like to do while these scientists are going crazy, running around? And to a certain extent, James, Can I get an agility roll from you, or do you have any? Oh no, you have athletics, right, or something?
Yeah.
I think athletics will be perfectly fine for this. So, by the way, your knowledge is not a skill. You just put it in your qualities.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to roll on that. It's a narrative point of your character that you just have this understanding.
All right.
So yeah, can I get a? I'm gonna make this is probably a average check. So go ahead and make a athletics for me.
All right. 3 successes.
All right. Yeah. So you know, you see a stampede coming, and you run in every direction. So Mouse, the spirit of man will come to you, and he will sort of, you know, look at you and say, "How interested are you in actually making money in this?
Well, that's why I'm here.
Wouldn't kidnapping the CEO be better then?"
Well, we don't know a way to get paid for kidnapping the CEO, but we do know a way to get paid for killing him.
Well, why don't you just take an ear off of him and use that?
That's dishonest.
You're a Shadowrunner. And besides, that man must have a multitude of secrets.
Well, I suppose we could talk to him before we kill him.
Well, I was thinking you let me be him.
Like, possess him? Or, like, just...
Of course.
You want to run the corporation?
No, I want to fucking milk it.
Well, yeah, that's what he does, so I suppose it makes sense.
Imagine if we can drain a CEO's bank account.
That's a lot of money.
Imagine if we can sell all of his stocks in a business to you.
That's a lot more money.
Imagine everything that we can do with something like that.
Yeah, no, I've already said okay, let's go. You had me at a lot of money.
You really shouldn't trust the spirit of man.
He poses a good point, though. It is a lot of money.
Only if he delivers.
You shouldn't be so judgmental on spirits. What has a bear ever done for you except hold you back?
He did eat all those guys that time.
Yes, because he's a glutton.
Meanwhile,
the scientists are going,
having a calm conversation.
Yeah.
Spirit of bear saved all of our lives.
Well, you don't think that I'm doing that
mine.
right now?
When you do something for us, spirit of man, maybe we'll talk.
Listen, after we're done with this, you'll be able to buy your own bear.
I do like...
And those fucking things are extinct. So...
I mean... They said they had one at the zoo.
Please, that's a test tube baby at best.
I've heard they use holograms.
Right. Let's go find the CEO.
All right. So, what do, fam? You've lost your entourage. You've still got an elven scientist and an elderly scientist, though.
I just like how it's just going worse.
I like that you make a character who's just like, can I make a garbage human being? I can. Sweet, let's do that.
So I made one character, and he made everyone's lives easier by being good at talking and hacking, and being famous and rich, and buying nachos for everyone. Can I do the opposite of that now?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do the opposite of that now.
Well, all right then.
But you've got to taste both sides. You got to
Yeah.
see how it works on both sides before you really settle in.
I gave you my reason why I changed my character.
Persuasion and rampant violence are two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. They're both shadow running techniques.
Hey, I'm down to clown, James. I'm loving your new character. Let's find us a CEO and turn him into a Swiss cheese.
Yep, that's probably what I'll do.
I am aware of that at this point.
Alrighty. So, what's the deal, fam? How we doing it?
I mean, I suspect we'll go up to the executive levels because you said where we were was one floor below.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's 4 floors of executive levels basically above this. So,
I mean,
likely scenario is this guy is probably the most important, so probably the highest floor. Check that. If we don't find it,
work your way down.
work our way down.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, we can do that.
Because that way, if we're on the top floor and we work our way down, if we run into resistance, we can always go back up. Basically,
we could go up and secure the helicopter first, and then
clear our way down, and then if we get into trouble, we can just run back to the helicopter and get the hell out.
You've been awfully quiet there, Merc. What are you planning? What are you plotting?
I'm just waiting for a moment that I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't thought of anything quite yet.
I mean,
I'm
you can involve
biding my
yourself in
time.
the decision making if you want. You know.
I know. I'm liking what everyone's saying so far. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Cool. So
he heard lots of money as well and was okay with that.
Yeah, that was definitely something that did happen.
plus, you might get the opportunity to actually remove a man's ear, so you might be into that. I love how everyone here is a horrible human being, and then we have a troll and an orc.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shadowrun.
I am not a horrible human being.
Shadowrun.
I'm not a
We're
human.
fucking criminals anyway, surely.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make your way up to the top floor. Like, do you go by elevator, stairwell? How do you do it?
Well, is there an elevator to the helipad, or is it stairs?
Yeah, they have executive elevators. Yeah.
Okay.
But they also have a stairwell if you want. I don't know how paranoid you're going to be. So there's no elevator to the roof, but there is an elevator to the 4th floor, and then a stairwell up.
I'd say we take the stairs. You don't use
I like the
the
stairs.
elevator in a fire. There's probably going to be a fire. Let's just face it.
All right, so you go all the way to the roof. So the stairwell goes all the way to the 4th floor. Then there's a separate stairwell that goes up, and the separate stairwell that goes up, as you'd imagine, has a security checkpoint before you go to the top. So, just want to point that out. That's generally the rule of thumb when it comes to executives coming and going. They actually have these there, and they swap from external security to internal security, that sort of thing. So, you're gonna meet some opposition as you come up here.
Man, what's your skin suit? What's his name?
Let me look. He goes by the name of Simon.
Okay,
He
guys.
looks down at his name tag. Son.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Yeah, he just has that.
It's Wios. Oh, it's upside down.
Monson.
Okay, guys. we need to get Mr. Simon out safely. Everybody agree to that? Everybody
Sure.
understand what we're doing?
Why do we have to get him out safe?
Because he works for us now.
Oh,
This is how we're getting through the checkpoint. We're gonna take Mr. Simon and get him to the helicopter.
I would rather find the CEO.
Yes, but we need to secure the helicopter first, and then we can get the CEO and take him to the helicopter. It's no good getting the CEO if we have to then fight back down because the helicopter's gone or blown up or something.
Sure, Troll, you lead the way.
Oh, I'm not good at this.
Yep. So there's a security checkpoint there on high alert. You know, they've got vests on, they've got assault rifles, or, you know, SMGs, I guess. And, you know, they've got helmets on. They're just like... they look at you strangely, but you're wearing like a uniform, but it's not a uniform they recognize. So they cursorily point their SMGs in your direction. It's like, who are you? What are you doing here?
We're escorting Mr. Simon to the roof.
I'm Mr. Simon. And then
He's Mr. Simon.
It's like, this is not your way of getting out.
How many
of
are
here.
there?
3 of them.
Oh my god. Am I going to shoot him? Am I going to start shooting?
I mean,
Why stop now?
yeah. The
seems
completely
like
innocent scientist not pointing a gun at you to stop you, so...
Sure, it is a problem, and it needs to be answered. And I generally answer with gunfire.
You would need to spend a plot point to not do it.
Yeah, that is a point true. Okay, so I'm going to start shooting.
All right, so give me an idea of what that looks like. Do you walk up to them as close as you can get before you do it?
So I've probably got like my Ingram smart guns like hooked around my back, if you know what I mean. Like, so I just go.
You
like
got
that.
it duct taped with Christmas wrapping duct tape to your back. And you're just like,
I don't know.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I like to think that, like,
By the
every
way-
time after he does that, he has to, like, re-tape it to his back so he can do it again.
Oh, I've probably got some holsters, like some
It's
whatever,
Velcro.
quick draw holsters, like strapped to my back. I don't know.
Oh my god, the man who invents Velcro in Shadowrun would be the richest person on the face of the fucking planet.
It's already been invented, surely.
I don't think so. I think
think
they
it
would
would
go
be.
about the opposite way of doing things, but maybe Velcro. Like, can you imagine like strapping a sword to your back with Velcro? Like, the sound
Yeah, Velcro wears down, and if your sword drops off your back in the middle of a run, you're gonna feel real bad.
Super Velcro.
super tensile.
That's the research. That's the plastic that we.
Yeah.
It's carbon fiber Velcro.
Exactly.
That's the application.
Yes, that's the application.
All right, if that's what the NERPs is that you guys took, man, abso-fucking-lutely, 100%, I'm on
love
board
it.
with this company inventing Velcro.
High grade Velcro. That's the NERPs that we stole.
Military grade Velcro. Yeah.
Do you hate it when your katana falls off your
I
back?
thought
when you're
Shadowrun's
hike?
history was the same up to a point, and then it diverges.
Oh, don't be a ball buster. Come on.
Just
I mean,
This
they
is
had
like
commercial Velcro, right?
Nano-weave.
Yeah, this is the best Velcro.
It looks like silk, but it sticks together like glue. It's amazing. It's the best product ever. You should buy some.
And
Use
for
it
some
on
reason,
everything.
when you grab
Mix
something
it
and
with your
pull it off,
coffee, you'll feel better in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, it's Velcro, but because of the tensile strength of the plastic they use, there's a button that you press that causes it to release and like just let go.
It's electric
You can let
Velcro.
go.
Oh, dude. Static electricity, fucking like powered Velcro.
it's done.
It's like Batman's cape. They run a current through it and it becomes
Yep.
hard. It's
Yep.
like that. When you hit it with a shock, it becomes soft and releases.
Yeah,
It's
that's
electric
the
Velcro.
It's
Velcro,
pretty cool.
military grade Velcro.
Holy fuck. But it makes that satisfying sound when it comes apart.
Oh
too.
yeah, it still gives you the sound.
God damn.
Yeah.
They actually had to send
Yeah.
it back to development to get the sound back.
yeah, they had to record the sound. It's electronic recording.
It's like Teslas or other electronic cars. They have to add a sound because they're too quiet. Nobody likes driving them because they don't make any noise.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Like Tesla had to add like a when you push the brake, it sort of like lurches forward. Otherwise, people wouldn't know that they're pressing the brake because the Teslas were made so well. So yeah, I like it. Okay, cool. So you guys, that's what the NERPS is. But how do you fuck this mission up even further?
So we'll
just so you know,
aggressive.
by this time, I'm expecting it as well. So I'm ready to go.
I've got I've got my toothpick in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm going.
How close do you get to them?
I'll get relatively close. I'm like, let me show you some identification.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. Like he puts down the gun for a little bit to like take your ID, and you just shoot him in the face.
I don't want to do this, but I'm going to.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you some ID. Pull out the gun, then pause to move your sunshades down. This is my ID, with a wonderful dramatic pause before firing.
Okay, I will give you 2 plot points, James, if you pregnant pause this fucking gun. Look, if Doc can do it, Eric can do it. Okay, like, not Eric. He's still Eric, son of Eric. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, and both the guards just look at you and they're just like. So I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, let's go into some fighting, man. You're gonna take 3 shots, James.
Okay.
So let's how do I?
Does anybody remember how combat works?
Yeah,
No.
I do. To a degree. So I'm gonna pull up a sheet here.
I think the first question is there any cover?
No, we're in a hallway at a checkpoint.
I mean, there's corners and there's like, water coolers and shit like that. So, to think of office stuff.
Water coolers absorb bullets.
I mean, water absorbs bullets.
It's made of
High tensile
Velcro.
plastics.
Super tensile water coolers.
The thing is, though, it's not just water; it's synth water.
So these guys would they just have the pistols, so that's fine. They don't have SMGs. Looking at the corp security that I have drawn up here. So
They probably look like SMGs, let's face it, in Shadowrun.
Yeah, no.
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah, the pistols converted into SMGs. All right, so James, I need some defense. I need 3 defenses from you, please. I don't remember if there's like multiple attacks in this game. I don't think there is, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think Okay.
You just roll your attack and then James will roll his defense.
Well, actually, no. Yeah, no. If I do physical damage, I'll need to get you to roll again, obviously. But so the first one is 1 and 1. Okay, so you take 1 damage. Is that
one shift of armor damage?
So 7. You take 7 points of damage right now. So you're of what is your armor total? 12.
9.
9. Okay.
9. Yeah.
All right, so you're still good. So you're gonna take 8 here, and then
Remember,
I'm going to.
you have edge and you can re-roll your defense.
Yep. So you're gonna take 8, which puts you at so 5 physical. So that puts you into -2. So I'm gonna need you to re-roll your last defense for me, please, with a negative after you've marked off the -2 on your physical train.
Unless you want to
So I've
use
got-
an edge to re-roll your defense.
So I've got 2 armor left.
Yep, the second one you take 8 damage though, so you take 5 in your physical train.
Because you take an extra damage because he succeeded your defense by 2 instead of just 1.
Mm-hmm. So the
Okay.
predator does 6 damage.
All right, I'll re-roll my defense then.
Yep, roll the last defense, please.
You only get the bonus damage if you succeed it by more than one, right?
No, it's 1 and above. So technically, you should have.
So you should have done 6 damage.
It's
the
fine.
first
You
time.
just take one more off your physical, off the top there. You're still rolling -1 though. So,
What?
Hmm?
I took 5 physical, yeah?
just take one off the physical because I miscalculated the damage. So just one off the top. Yep, there you go. And last one, you're good. Defense takes it. So, you're still fine. But basically, the last bullet like misses you, and now we roll initiative. Actually, well, no, pregnant pause. I'd allow you to take one shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll open fire then.
Mm-hmm. So you're using the smart gun here, yeah? All right.
Yep.
So
I'm
now
gonna re-roll that one.
I didn't. I don't remember how to do like the double gun stuff.
It's about 5, isn't it?
What do you mean?
The chance of succeeding. It's 5
I mean,
or
I
above,
could-
isn't it? Or is
5
it
and
4,
above,
5
yeah,
and 6?
5 and above, yeah. But it should roll that automatically for you. So
I
I
can
see what
tell
you
you
mean.
how they normally do dual wielding, but I don't see anything at all about dual wielding in.
well, I know that for example, it's a trait that you can get that will give you like when you're using 2 katanas, for example, you just get a trait bonus. So I'm willing to make a trait. Because let's take a look. Because I know that what's his face? Firebelly has the trait. So we can just copy that for you if you want. So let's see here. Ambidextrous plus 2 dice. Do you have ambidextrous?
No, because it wasn't for firearms, which was why I was asking questions about it earlier, so I didn't take it in the end.
I would let it be for firearms. That's not a problem.
I didn't take it because I didn't realise because it just.
Well, if
said
you want
melees.
to make some changes at the end of the session, you're welcome to take that.
All right, I might do that then.
Yeah. So for now, we'll just roll as is. So you get that 1 dice. You roll 11 dice. Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm a minus.
You're
2?
-2 at the moment.
Am I minus 2 or minus 1?
You're -1 at the moment. It's only when the track fills up do you get -2, and it automatically does it. So you don't need to put that in by yourself. So.
Okay.
All right then. 3 successes. All right, let's roll some defense then. So he would take 7 points of damage then.
How does the damage work then? So I needed 1 success to do the damage, and then what? An additional success adds to the damage, yeah?
Yes,
You need to succeed his defense because tie goes to the defender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that does weapon damage.
Yeah.
Then any success above that success adds 1 damage.
So you're 2 above. So basically, you get the 6 points of damage, and then you get an extra success for 7 points. However, let's take a look at what he's got here. All right. Yep, that's fine. So he's going to take that. That's one of the 3 there. I'm just going to make another thingy here. Okay, cool. All right, then. Let's roll some initiative, boys.
Initiative. What a roll.
I mean, it doesn't super matter for you. You go last anyway, don't you?
Yep. And the first round.
On
But
the
then
first turn.
but then he goes.
But it matters on every subsequent turn.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, 3 ones on your initiative roll feels bad, man.
I will roll for I guess Firebelly's not here, so I'm not going to give him a roll. But I will put Gator in for you. Because that's only fair. Alright, so Gator. Of course he rolls the best. Alright, so Mouse 28, Silver 29. Hermes 19. Solid roll, my man. Merc 26 and 33 for Gator. 25 for the first corp. 22 for the second, and 29 for the third. And descending. All right, so Gator goes first. He's gonna take. What does he have again? I think he has a net or something. He doesn't do.
He had like a taser gun or something, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. He has bear traps and a net launcher. So he is going to take out. He's going to take out his net launcher and he's going to shoot that into the office where the people are. And he's going to. Hang on 1 second. He's going to try and attack them. So, so he's going to use firearms. Wow, that's actually pretty good. All right. So that is 8s damage, and it binds them. He'll have to spend his turn getting out of it. So where did I put that fucking sheet? Here it is. Okay, cool. Who's next? Next we have. Where's that turn order gone? Oh, there it is. Cool. Corp 3. He is the only one that hasn't been shot or bound. So he is going to turn and take a shot at, I guess, Gator. All right, so yeah, Gator like dodges out of the way swiftly and deftly. Silver, you're up.
Okay, so what's around? What's the terrain like at all? Is it
Hallway,
just literally a corridor?
You tell me.
Is there like a metal detector? Is there like a metal detector and a desk where they're sitting? And
these guys can hide behind cover because they're like behind like a little tiny office thing with a window sort of thing.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And yeah, there's like a sort of like a checkpoint metal detector thing with like a bag scanner, that sort of stuff, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and get around this security thing and try and get a clean shot at one of them if I can. Sort of run up to the door and sort of like just lean around and just fire.
Sure.
Just spray and pray.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they're definitely not going to be able to take cover from that. So go ahead, roll me a firearms check for me, please. Oof.
5.
That's a chunky roll. Oh, that's a equally chunky defense roll. So who are you shooting? The same one you shot before?
The same one I shot before. Might as well take him down before we move on to
And
the
that's
next
6
people.
damage. So
Yes, 6
5 off the top.
P physical. Yeah.
Okay, so that's -1 thus far. Okay. Go ahead. Wait, sorry. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing here. Okay. So that is 0, 6, 1. All right, mouse.
Right. So there's doorways and shit in this hallway, right?
To a degree, yes.
Something that we can get into is what I'm thinking, like to use for cover.
There's probably like a break room or there's actually toilet. That's what there would be up here. Lavatories, male and female,
Right,
on the same
I'm
side.
just thinking something I can hide behind while shooting around the corner.
Yep, 100%. You can kick open the door and hide behind it and shoot around the corner.
Well, that's what I'm going to do because we've learnt the importance of cover.
Amen, sister. All right. So these guys are in half cover, so you're going to have to... wait, how do we apply cover in this game again?
+2 defense for half cover.
Right, yes. It's on the defense, right. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Go ahead. What are you using? Shotgun?
Shotgun. Two.
Are you shooting at anyone in particular?
3 was the one that's still standing and unhurt, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, no, he ducks. And your shot flies over his head. Merc. Time to get... I want to stab him! I want to stab him! You're muted, by the way.
Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, I'm going to... Let's see. Is there any way I can maneuver myself to where I could just shoot them and then run to cover?
I mean, the toilet's already taken. There's a door leading into their little thingy. But after their turn, they're probably going to run out. Hard to say. You tell me. You probably hide behind a water cooler of some degree. Or you can jump over the fence and start stabbing motherfuckers. Whatever you prefer. There's a guy that's bound in an electric whip thing. You could very easily stab the shit out of that dude.
Didn't you supercharge your stun bolt to be ridiculous?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one way. And it's armor avoiding as well, right? If I remember correctly. So you could very easily take out one of the dudes with that.
I'm going to jump over. Or can I jump over the desk that they're at?
You can probably stand up, right? Cause it's imagine it's like a little office, the security room. And there's a big open window. So you could hide behind one side of the door. It wouldn't offer much cover because they could just lean over and shoot down at you. But you can do the same thing with your stun bolt. So.
Well, in that case, I mean, there's no reason to have any cover, right?
Exactly.
So,
By
is there a way for me to
doing
get where they are? Get up close and personal?
Yeah, that's how you'd do it. You'd be on the other side of the door, sort of thing, of the wall that they're on. So.
Yeah. So I'll get as close as I can, and I will just kind of stun bolt, hold my hand straight to the guy that has not been hurt at all.
So Corp 3, right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that would be a sorcery roll, right?
Yes, it would be. What's the defense on that? Can you tell me?
Strength and willpower.
Strength and willpower, so 7 dice. Which is the same as their defense, so that's fine. So 4, that's pretty chunky. All right. So what is the damage on that? Like 9s or 8? 9s. Okay, so it's 10s. And what is the armor avoidance? It just completely avoids the armor.
Yeah, go straight to the stun.
Well, this guy just fucking goes blah, and just fucking like he's down, like just zapping, like
Nice.
completely out of willpower. Good job. You fucked his shit.
Now I'm going to commence with the stabbing.
Stabbing. So what is
I can cut him.
10? So that's 3. See, that'd be -3 if he was to do anything somehow. Okay, cool. Yeah. Corp 1 is the one that is bound. So he's going to spend his turn getting out of the net. Corp 2 is going to take he's going to see what's happened, and he's just going to throw his gun down and be like, fuck it. Nope, not happening. His job isn't worth dying. So he
James shoots him.
gets down on his hands and knees and puts his hand behind his head. It's like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
So is that the end of the combat, pretty much?
Yeah, well, you guys rolled deep.
In one round, just fucked up the dude standing on either side of him. He's just like, yep, nah, fuck it. Actually, this is whatever.
Not doing it. Yep.
Can I walk up and just stun bolt him in the head?
Yes.
Just knock him out.
Yes, that will happen. So yeah, I think actually, boys, we're coming up on time, right? Yeah. So how about we leave the session there for now, and then we can get Firebelly back next week and all that stuff. So let's do some shout outs and wrap this bitch up. Eugene, where do people find you?
Hi, I'm still Eugene. You can find me at twitch.tv/Eugene. But I'm like a unicorn. Only virgins can see me. Anywho, thanks for watching. It's a lot of fun.
James, what about your booty hole?
You can find me at James Corp on twitch.tv/James Corp. I do RPG stuff. I haven't done any this week. As I said at the beginning.
Bullshit! You've done 2. You've done 2 with me. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I have. Yeah, but that's not me streaming, is it? That's you streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just a guest on a show. We won't be doing Deadlands on Sunday because I've got to work on Sunday night. So either stream or get £45. I think I'd rather the £45. And then on Monday we should be starting Numenera.
Ooh, that's always fun.
That's an interesting system. I'll say that much.
I've even managed to wrangle a pretty well-known GM as well for it as well. So I'm kind of chuffed because I can't be asked to GM anymore. Well, I'm GMing 3 games anyway. So
hey, if you got a spare slot on that, man, I'd love to play with you.
Okay, because we already did characters, but I can ask.
Yeah, sure. I've played it before.
I can ask.
So.
I'll have to ask, see if we've got space. But yeah, I'll ask. I think we might have space for one more. Cool. I'll check with the GM.
Cool.
And then I'll get back to you.
Mouse. Gust. So where can people find you?
You can find me here for board games, where hopefully we're going to be continuing our Pathfinder adventure game.
Yeah, that game's
I've
fun.
enjoyed the shit out of that. It started off like this is stupid, and then I died, and everything got better.
Yeah. You picked a good character.
Although I still roll like shit.
It's actually getting to the point where we have to think about a lot more rather than just being like clear, and then fight the monster. So hopefully it continues to do that. So
yeah, it's good stuff.
Last but not least, we have Prylor. So where can people find you?
You can find me here on Twitch as Prylor and Prylor_TV on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I play video games. I do shows on other people's channels, which I will host.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was a lot of fun tonight. I hope we can do it next week.
Yeah.
And keep it as the weekly show that it deserves to be.
100%. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, follow would be appreciated. And if you're feeling saucy, why not subscribe? Support the channel, support the growth. tomorrow we'll be doing the daily stream with more Far Cry. And yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up the week until Sunday. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you when we see you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.